And
What if I hate parties?
well, it's too bad because we're partying because we are
Oh,
live.
no!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode session 58 of D&D 5e. I'm joined here today by Jazz, Alpha, Suzanne, James, and Helminia, and a lot of stuff has happened from where we had last left off. But I'm gonna give one quick update of hopefully, if I play my cards right, this will be the last session where you can see my room behind me. I have stolen a green screen, and I'm going to be setting it up over the next week. However, with my hand and also performing in an international competition tomorrow, I haven't had the time to set it up, so I apologize. But yeah.
Good job in your delinquency. I'm proud of you.
Yes. It was easy. I bribed them with $15, which was also coincidentally the same amount it cost, and they gave it to me. So it was nice. Yeah.
Strange.
It's how the world works sometimes. It's cruel, but you can deal with it.
You can do. That's one way to say it.
Absolutely. But let's for the sake of it, let's jump back in. Where we last left off, you all had been thrust through your own actions into the Feywild, a arcane, strange land that was full of bears and honey and pixies and
Glendale.
Glendale.
and strange woman who was keeping these seemingly fey creatures asleep.
We're actually in the Bronx.
Yeah. Finding out that she was actually a seemingly defender of the plane that you all had originated from, she had sacrificed herself to keep away several of one of the ascended lieutenants. You all decided, through a little bit of a group discussion, that you had to help, and took it upon yourselves to rest, get a strategy put in place, and then told her to stop playing. As the enemies rose, you all got a surprise round, but with them being cronies of an ascended, they were not mere pushovers, and the battle was long and hard with both Nime, O'Brien, and I'm not sure if Suna went down, but I remember that Nime and O'Brien definitely struggled. However, with a solid plan in place and Rem running heavy interference for HP, you all managed to pull through and were victorious. During the battle, the splinter of the female bard actually took to helping out casting spells and eventually changing the violin into scimitars. Now, right as the battle had stopped, the last enemy felled. You all kind of stand around, breathing heavily, and kind of a bit in disbelief as all of you are still standing. And the bard, now still flickering, kind of walks up, and you can see she is a very... You can see more clearly that she is easily half-elven in nature, and her dark leathers are accented with gold trim. Her hair, this dark brown that has been pulled into a heavy braid behind her, and these two beautiful golden platinum scimitars with holes at the top kind of running through as each of them vaguely resemble with a small line running through the hole at the top bowstrings for a violin. As you all take this moment to survey what you've all gone through, is there anything immediately that you would all like to do?
I hate to interrupt, but I need you to check on something in the server really quickly. We're having a bit of a situation. I hate to do it on stream, but I don't really have a choice right now.
I will deal with it.
Can you just give me the ability to deal with these things moving forward? I told you I'll never let this happen again. I won't do anything wrong. You need an iron fist. You need me.
Nope. I appreciate you
Alright,
telling me,
fine.
though.
Gonna keep happening. All right. I wanted to be upset about it, but you told me not to do that in the server. But you know, the rage grows. But
The rage
anyway,
grows. I appreciate you for telling me. Please be respectful in Discords. Everyone's a person.
No.
But as this all kind of settles down, everyone kind of comes back to their feet. The bonfire still roars next to you, and the woman just kind of surveys it all as the swords slowly shift and morph. They turn back into the violin and bow.
Well, it wasn't easy, but we did it.
It seems you did. Thank you. Huh. I apologize for putting you all in that situation.
You didn't really put us in it. We kind of volunteered. You don't gotta worry about it.
Well, it was still something I wish to not have anyone else be involved with, but I appreciate it.
We're happy to help.
Are you all alright?
Yes. I mean, my face kind of hurts, but otherwise I'm good.
No, I've looked better.
I'm perfectly fine.
I am not.
Oh, I wish I could help more than I did, but I'm just a fraction, a mere projection of myself.
You did great. I suppose this means you can move on now then.
I guess? I don't know. I suppose so. I've missed all of my friends so dearly.
Do you remember them now?
I remember forms, faces. Not so much names, but I'm excited to remember them.
Do you remember your name?
I've been called the voice of the wilds for so long that I don't. I feel like I've been largely forgotten.
Well, we told I didn't think we'd get this far.
Well, I'd hate to just leave you all with nothing. You've done so much for me, and I've done nothing for you.
Well, clearly you've done something for us. You kept these all asleep.
Well, I try. I do what had to be done. You all did something much more. What'll be next for you all?
We have to make our way back to our plane of existence.
Well, we'll see if I can do something useful. You all know how to get out?
Get out?
You're not from here. The
No.
same as I wasn't from here.
We're working on getting out. We
heard
have a lead.
A lead.
Yeah.
we were told the Queen of the Summer Court could help us get out.
Suppose so. Well, thank you all for your assistance. It's more than I could have ever hoped for, or ever known to hope for.
We were more than happy to help. We couldn't just leave you here. It'd be unseemly.
Well, I wish to, as you say, when one moves on, they need not take anything with them.
No luggage across the Rainbow Bridge.
Well, I can, I can wish for safe travels back for all of you.
It's
If
greatly
there's
appreciated.
anything you wish for before I let go of my connection, I beg you to let me know.
How might we get to the summer court from here?
The summer court is generally found by those who the Queen knows about. If the summer court is the only way that you all can get out, I might be able to help one last time.
That way being.
I might be able to pull you back to the material plane.
That would be very helpful indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what's left there. But I can certainly try to put you there. I don't know what places are left, or still stand, or are new.
Do you know of Greywall?
I do not.
What places do you know of?
I know of Vorland and Tremspire and Dulrock.
Do these names sound familiar to me at all?
None of these names sound familiar.
What was the name?
And Dolrock?
Dulrock, yes.
What was the name of the city before? Was it just called the City of Prosperity?
Mm-hmm. Or well, that's what you guys know as the Lost City of Prosperity.
What was it called before?
You guys don't know.
The celestial things on the wall didn't tell me?
No, they were talking about this temple.
What
this,
about...
the thing is, it is worth noting, in the temple, this city was referred to as a City of Prosperity.
Do you know of anything similar to a City of Prosperity?
I do.
Hmm?
It still lives, then. One remnant.
Not exactly.
That's
a word
faint
for it.
memory. It's a faint memory.
These things happen with the passage of time. I'd be able to send you there.
It's as good a place as any.
Would you like to go there now?
I don't think I'm going to wait here longer than you have to, do you?
We should, just in case, should we? We are pretty wiped out for, like, spells and stuff, are we not?
We can't make her stay here.
When you send us back, can it be on, like, the ground level?
Is it not underground?
Yeah. Maybe preferably not high up either, but the ground level, is that something we can do?
If that's what you wish.
Please, that would be great.
That'd be good.
Well, with what I have left in me, and as a final thank you, take some time to gather yourselves, and then when you're all ready, let me know.
How do we gather? Are we going to bed? I don't want to make her stay here for 8 hours, man.
We can't anyway. We've been awake for an hour and a single minute.
Yeah, and we've gotten our ass beat. I'd want to take a nap.
We can take a nap, but we can't go
We can
8 hours.
Sleep
do it.
time.
We could take a short rest, probably, right?
You can definitely take a short rest, yeah.
Yeah, we could take a short rest real fast.
If there's anything you guys would want to do.
Can I look at the violin?
You're doing what?
Can I look at the violin?
Yeah, you can see she has it within her grasp still. A wonderful gold-trimmed, deep wooded violin. It just looks like it's one of the nicest and most pristine instruments you've ever seen.
I thought the shit was solid gold. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you mind if I hold that for just a minute?
Don't be so fucking greedy already.
No, I just want to identify it. I'm curious.
Of course. Granted, this will be what sends you home as well.
Awesome. I'll use my last spell slot to cast Identify.
Okay.
You got 10 minutes.
Nah. Spell slot.
This is the Voice of the Wilds. This counts as a legendary instrument of the bards. It appears as a violin with gold accenting trimming around it. Additional features. Well, in violin form, this weapon adds +3 to spell attack damage. The extra spells are available from this legendary instrument of the bards, which include Firestorm, Confusion, and I believe Control Weather. However, as a bonus action, the user can make the violin shift into scimitars, golden tinged blades with a string running through a slit in the middle. These count for +3 to attack roll and damage scimitars, with an additional d4 of psychic damage applied.
Ah.
I'll hand it back. Thank you.
Of course. All right. Anything else you all are doing?
What these elves got in their pocket?
Make investigation checks.
How
Can I
many?
help them?
Sure.
And have advantage.
Can
And inspiration.
and guidance. Oh Lord, I can't wait to find nothing on the 500-year-old elves. Oh boy, here we go. Oh God. Oh God, y'all.
Indeed.
Y'all. Oh, we're breaking 30.
All right.
We're breaking
All right,
30.
let me go through the list.
Let me give you the exact number of what I have here. It's investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 24,
Jesus.
27, exactly 30.
All right. There is first the tree ants are trees. They don't have anything. The Eldarin, which are their names, have. You can see it's not like any kind of armor they have. It's like different branches and barks that grow out of their body. However, each of them do have a singular longsword, non-magical it seems, as well as a longbow, and they have like some seeds on them. The satyr, however, besides a normal cloak, seemingly nothing interesting about that. They have a normal dagger on them and 2 tuning forks.
Ooh.
It's a good thing ritual casting is a thing.
And what is it? A material plane tuning fork and a Feywild tuning fork?
You could
That'd be
reasonably
dope.
assume that.
I'm taking everything.
All right.
And I'll take his bitch ass cloak. Give me it. Is it nice? What's it look like?
It's just like this this very black and kind of like at the edges, at the bottom, and at the hood, they've got like leaf patterns in deep forest green on it.
You know what that would go good with? The Hood of Darkness. It gives you glowing green eyes.
You're really you want?
No, I will give you the hood. I was just thinking it'd be fucking amazing.
We can talk about that. I'll snatch it up.
Okay.
I'll take a satyr. I'll just call it satyr cloak.
Okay.
They don't have anything else on them.
No, not really.
So, I'm not gonna. I don't think these parts can be used for anything. So, I'll spare the woman the details of her watching me dissect these things. And I want to just like skirt around the edge, and I don't look at plants and shit. I'll look at plants for the next 4 hours. See if I see anything interesting.
All right.
4 hours.
4 hours?
That's a short or an hour.
If any of you are taking short rests.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
All right.
I'm not.
Though I do have a question.
What's up?
Can I redeem sorcerer hit dice and fighter hit dice at the same time?
Yes. You just have to keep
Okay.
track of which ones you're rolling.
Okay, cool.
All right. If yeah, so we've got a couple people taking a short rest, and Rem's looking for plants. Rem, I'd like you to roll a nature check.
Anything to it?
If you want to add guidance, you could.
All right, yeah. I'll use my herbalism proficiency to do something interesting, I'm
You
sure.
want an extra inspiration?
Shit, if you ain't using them, yeah. Fuck it. Nature. Uh, 27.
27. As you're going through, you kind of like begin like parsing through for the next hour and such. And around this place, it's nothing quite on the trees and nothing in it's it's a little bit odd of like looking around and then actually beginning to look underneath the actual logs that the quote-unquote Fey were under. You actually find that these logs are starting to grow some different funguses and molds.
Grody.
You can add, if you want to, two samples of abyssal black grass, and underneath another one you could find 2 instances of darkberries.
Like the opposite version of a good berry?
It takes away health.
Damn. All right.
You
2
lose-
samples of abyssal black grass and 2 instances of dark berries. Can I do anything with these? They're completely foreign to me.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to make a, I would guess, roll me a d20 and then add your proficiency bonus from the herbalism kit from it.
No guidance here, boys.
No guidance.
You want another inspiration?
23.
23. So, the abyssal blackgrass, this is actually a weed that is actually native to the lower plains, as it seems that the seeds that came out of some of these elderins kind of set here and beginning to invasively grow. If you plant it, it will grow into a like 1 to 5 foot diameter, like clumps of it, but the roots of them will extend 50 feet in diameter underneath the surface. If someone is fed this, magical healing is someone who is fed this becomes resistant to magical healing, as in if they are healed, they only heal for half of it, and unnatural or non-magical healing is prevented completely. The darkberry, these start as small bushes that grow with these small purple berries that you're able to pick samples of. A handful of berries, if you crush basically a sample of the berries, you can create a 5-foot diameter circle of magical darkness for 2 rounds.
Dark berries, when I crush them, they make just darkness.
Yes, they are used basically to cast, without expending a spell slot or anything, darkness that is only in your basically 5 feet for 2 rounds.
And I've got seeds from these boys?
You could plant these, yeah.
Alright. Can I prevent these from rotting, or will they still be good if they rot?
It's a thing of like the seeds will be fine, and generally how you plant them, you can just add them to your inventory. I wouldn't worry too much about them rotting.
Okay. But I mean, like the grass and the berries.
Yeah.
They're fine.
You'll be fine.
So the grass is the part that prevents the healing, not the roots?
Yes. It is noted that if you're even standing above a living plant, when the plant is actually living, after you've picked it, it has to be ingested to have the effects. But if it is a living plant and you're standing in that 5-foot square, the same effects happen. It is more dangerous when it is actually when it is actually en route and alive.
This is beyond a pollen allergy.
Yes. The absolute worst, the actual worst case of pollen ever.
I can plant these both later. Hog.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So
So,
wait to pick up Poisoner's Kit at level 14. 16. It'll be 16 actually.
so, with that accomplished and done, I believe Suna and Gil were rolling hit dice.
Yeah. I
was
rolled-
not-
They may.
Okay.
I rolled 2d10s and 2d6s, and I got an 18.
Sick.
Are we in combat right now?
You're taking
Sorry,
a,
I was
yeah,
not-
taking a short rest
Ah,
if
okay.
you want to.
Yeah,
We're
I would
fighting
like
the
to take a
spiritual
short
image
rest,
of the
please.
woman.
Okay, if we're in combat, I'll wake up. Do I gain anything from taking a short rest? Just out of curiosity, I am very hurt.
Yeah, if you
Uh.
take a short rest, the hit dice that you have, so the 10 hit dice that you have, which are the d10s, you can roll any amount of those, and anything that you roll, you get to heal that, plus your constitution modifier. But you expend those
Okay.
hit dice.
Ah, shoot. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, so you can roll basically as many, up to 10d10 if you want to, and every time you roll that, just make sure you add on 1 to your health that you get, because you have a con of 12 right now.
Okay, let me go ahead and roll that out. Do you want me to let you know how many I roll?
Just make sure you take note of it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Anything besides that?
I wanna use my little. I want to look over my flail and my armor and use my tools if I have to just make sure it's all looking okay.
Yes. You've not taken physical damage on it, but it is always really nice to go back over and keep your implements ready for action.
Make sure don't break or nothing.
All right. And with that done, the hour passes. You guys catch your breath. Rem collects some unique plants. And with that all done, the woman of the bard. Oh, also, yes, Niame, if you take your short rest, if you've used your second wind and your action surge, you regain those.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I luckily am at pretty good only after a few rolls. I think 4 it was. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm all good to go
All right.
now.
And just
Yeah,
keep,
but did
keep
you
it known
die?
that you regain your second wind and action surge. You get those back on short rest.
Thank you. And it's not about if I died or not. I mean, I almost did. I did have to roll saving throws.
You had to roll 1, okay? You're so ungrateful. But did you die?
Not yet.
Look, the list was the best possible outcome, okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me I didn't do a good job.
No,
Okay,
I'm
acting
not
like
saying
I'm
you
hurt.
didn't.
It's broken. You're fine.
I didn't say you did a good job. I'm just saying I was very hurt coming out of this.
You'll be feeling better soon.
And,
Listen, we'll give you a get well soon card and call it good.
and
Honestly, I want a balloon.
Do you want it to say get well soon?
Blow up Feywild Snake Shrek
Oh.
style.
No, I want it to be. I want it to be a happy birthday balloon that you scratched out happy birthday to write get well soon.
nice. That's the only way to go. Let's be real.
What is
Let's
a
be real.
balloon?
Please define balloon.
Well,
Define.
Plastic thingy that floats.
What is plastic?
yeah,
What is floating, please?
I know floating. What is plastic?
Play it.
Carrier pigeon
Carrier.
with get
What
well
is-
soon written on it.
What
just
is
plastered
pigeon?
with paint. It's just
I could
written
paint
across
a
the
pigeon.
wings.
you have to hold the wings out and it says get well soon.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like that snowflake thing that people do in Christmas, except it's pigeon wings opening.
Oh, but
Why
it's a
don't we just
pigeon.
Get a
Yeah.
parrot, have it say it.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what?
Like one of
Can
the
I have
talking
a
cards.
parrot? Can I have a parrot?
No.
Rick.
All right. But with you all having taken your rest, doing what you wanted to do, the woman kind of like looks over all of you. You all ready to go back?
ready as I'll ever be.
I'm good to go.
Try not to put us underground.
Couldn't be more ready.
I'm as ready as you are.
And with that, you can hear this sound as they morph back into the two scimitars. And she crosses them in the ground. Everyone, please make some connection with one of the pommels. As you all slowly kind of gather, each of you putting a respective hand around them, you hear her kind of
Porky style.
whisper something to herself, and you can feel the two scimitars start to vibrate.
Ooh.
In that soft little beat, each of you can't help but glance at the scimitars, and they flash brightly. And you all are forced to close your eyes, and you get that similar whooshing wind sensation of being transported. And then you open your eyes, and you've been transported yourself back outside, and you can already feel the heat and the wind as you have been, not to this one, I messed that one up, as you've been transported directly outside at the front entrance of the temple that you had all discovered in the center of the lost city of prosperity. Embedded partially in the ground, still vibrating between all of you, the two scimitars. The woman no longer there.
I'm gonna grab the scimitars and shove them in my bag.
Do it, you piece of shit.
I wouldn't do it because I'm not you.
I'll pick up this from my tires.
Easily removed from the ground.
I assume I have to be attuned to these to try and put them back together.
Yes. They're just scimitars right now.
Right.
There is no way she just... Damn.
I would leave too, okay?
No, she... No, I'm not, like, she left, like, yeah, fair enough. She left her scimitar. She just kind of said,
You can't take any of
Nah.
this shit with you when you die, you know? None of that goes with you.
Well, just
Being
take it
buried
anyway.
with things is simply... You can't. Being buried with things is simply a formality.
Oh.
I think she took the parts of it that she wanted to bring with her.
What parts are those?
The memories.
Fair enough.
All you can take. Well, let's be off then.
Where to?
Back to the cart.
Well, the cart didn't
Suna
they park it out here?
Suna and Nime, as you guys know, you guys had put the cart here. You had taken it to the front of the temple. And as you two look towards where it was set, there is no cart.
Oh shit!
Anyway,
Yes.
Where's my
Ren.
cart?
You know what? That's a great question. I'm pretty sure Suna was in charge. So you
Suna?
can ask Suna.
where's my cart?
It was right here last time I checked. Which
Then why isn't it anymore?
I guess I don't really know how long it last time I checked was.
Where's my fucking cart, Suna? Where's my fucking cart? Where's the cart?
Can I make a survival check to see if I can see cart tracks?
You're
Sure.
gonna have to make a survival check when I fucking inflict wounds. You.
Survival check to fucking survive.
That's a 5.
Where's
Doing
my
Five.
great here.
You ain't
As
surviving.
you go around to the general location where you guys remembered, at the time you had a very bad feeling, and so you weren't paying too much attention. But you do know that like it was pretty much parking it. You guys threw the reins around something, and went inside. But as you can see, the wind slightly blowing across the dust and dirt. Oh, there's no cart tracks here.
Is there anything here?
You can look around if you like.
I'm gonna take a look around.
Okay, another investigation check from you.
Let's use guidance. This fucking cart, Suna.
Do you want to wait? Do you want inspiration before you say what number you rolled?
Fuck it. If you're not using it,
Okay, you can have it.
that is 30.
Jesus, I forgot you guys are at this level.
At the lever where we're good.
All right.
Dude, where's my cart? I know Suzanne's making it. It's on its way.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
It'll be right back, I promise.
As you kind of look around, you see kind of blown over, mostly covered, partially buried, partially like pushed into the mixture of dirt, sand, and gravel. A corner of a box. Looks a little familiar.
I'm gonna pull this fucking box out. What I think it was. Cart.
Hey,
You guys-
hey, Nime, you want to help me find where the cart went?
Well, obviously. Do I need to roll for anything for that?
Be survival check.
You guys have fun. You can have inspiration now.
Oh shit!
As you
Okay,
guys
I'm
see,
not good
Rem
at
pulls
survival.
this small box that Zex and Gil remember. It was the
baby
box
box.
that he had gotten from Lichton.
I feel like that's probably a good thing.
That baby box.
Dead baby box.
There wasn't.
Okay. What? Okay.
Yes,
was
it
there
is.
or was there not a dead baby in the
There
box?
was not.
Was there?
Wrong.
There was a
Wrong.
mummified child.
It was a halfling, but none of you. Yeah.
I rolled an 18.
Did you roll a d10 and add that too? Since I gave you inspiration.
I rolled a 30.
Whoa!
How does
How'd you go from
anybody...
18 to 30?
I roll a d20 for survival, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I
And
rolled
then
a
a
d20,
D10.
and I got a 17 plus the 1, which is 18.
Uh-huh.
Oh, plus the d. It's just the d10, not plus anything.
Just
That's
the
correct.
D10.
Just the
Okay,
D10.
so in that case, 27.
Okay.
So how did you?
Don't worry about it. I thought there was extra that I needed to add. Don't.
She's
Don't.
working out the
Let's try.
kinks.
That was a hell of a fucking kink.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, if you want to make my rolls, have at it.
As you kind of look through, it's faint, and a lot of it has been blown over. But you can see small scratches of where you remember a little bit better, since, if I remember correctly, you're actually the one that threw the reins and kind of stopped them up of all the horses. And you can see scratching, and the rocks have been moved. Seemingly something had either pulled the rock that you'd used to weigh down the leads for, or the horses themselves had pulled them off. And then looking along the ground, there are faint, barely there tracks because of the constant breeze that blows through this place, leading out of this city away west, a little northwest.
Can we just go back to Greywall yet?
How
We-
you
we
intend
have-
that we do that?
Fall asleep and then I'll teleportation circle us?
Where are we
Can
gonna
I-
sleep?
Underneath a tiny hut?
Since I see the cart, can I just let the entire party know, hey, I see the cart?
It's not the cart, it's cart tracks.
Damn it. I see cart tracks.
That's great. We should go
That's
that way, guys.
fantastic. Should we?
We need that cart back.
I don't want Rem to
Maybe
kill
if we didn't
me.
lose it in the first place, we wouldn't need to go and get it back.
Go into the fucking painting.
Fuck off, Gil.
My cart would be, you know.
You see how none of this is my fault?
You know what? No, I actually
I'm a-
don't see how none of this is
Oh.
your fault.
No, I'm blaming you now. It's Zex's fault. Everyone knows.
You know, hypothetically, we wouldn't have gone into any of the rooms if Zex didn't say that we should have.
Baloney. We were passing right by here. We would have gone in the rooms anyway.
You're the one that wanted to come here.
Look,
You-
we got
you-
O'Brien.
You look. Small.
Small potatoes.
No.
I'm gonna pull out the ring of Ruth Elemental Command and sorta, you know how you like flip a coin? I'm gonna do that at Rem with it.
Okay. Just a soft ping as it lands within your grasp, if you wish, Rem.
I'm gonna snatch it out of the air very angrily.
Okay.
Fucking kidding me?
All right, let's go
Are
find
you
the cart.
fucking kidding? No, it's gone. It's gone. I'm willing to admit that it's gone, but it's the fact that it's gone.
What time of day does it look like?
Are you sure we found tracks?
Oh, I do
Those
have.
Tracks
I
do
do
look
have
quite old.
a feat that lets me know exactly around what time it is.
You took...
Please.
Did you
please
actually
tell us.
take that?
I have keen mind.
Oh.
You gave it to me.
I told she had that.
You said.
You would know that it is around 10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay, so it's still early.
10 a.m. in the morning, my favorite time of day.
Yes.
Of
What day is it?
Of
She
what
She doesn't know
day?
she doesn't know the day. She only knows
What
the hour.
day? Come on, what day is it?
You don't know.
Yeah.
This
What
is
day is it?
important.
What day was
We all need to roll wisdom. saving
What day
throws.
That's
was
true.
it?
I'm gonna hit you guys with that right now. Everyone, please
Oh,
make a
you're gonna
wisdom
hit
saving
me?
throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
I
ask
love
to
being
not?
wise.
No, you have to.
Oh wait.
Including
Oh.
O'Brien.
Effect?
Is it worth it
Can I
to?
see it?
You
Is this a
cannot see
magical
it.
effect?
Damn.
This would be a magical effect.
Chilling.
15.
19.
28.
I probably
Um,
failed. Oh, it was nice knowing everyone.
15, 19,
6.
6.
Oh, me and Nime.
Um,
I can count.
All right.
Can I have advantage?
No.
Make your case.
Tides of
Why?
Chaos.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm slightly terrified of what comes next.
No complaints here.
17.
All right. So Rem, what'd you get?
28.
28. Zex.
19.
Suna.
17.
Gil.
15.
Nime.
6.
And O'Brien finally nat 20'd.
Let's go! He's cracked.
So Nime,
Yeah.
His head fucking explodes.
for you, what has transpired is this massive rush to get down those stairs that you can recall with Suna and the teleportation. And right
No.
as you had jumped into that thing, you're here.
I'm in the fucking room.
You have no memories of anything in the Feywild.
God damn it. You know, this honey's gonna not make a whole lot of sense.
What the fuck is this? The bee people refuses to say anything else but bee people.
I'd be more worried about the swords that you came out touching.
Yeah. You jumped into a wall and then now you're here.
Oh,
Wow, what the fuck?
okay.
And now for
So-
some reason the cart's gone and everyone's yelling.
Oh,
Okay,
she lost
question.
everything before this point.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
What do I remember? That's my question. So is
you-
it
you
just the
rem-
Feywild that I don't remember?
Yes. You remember I basically just think of it as like there's a time skip from when you touched that wall to you instead got teleported right here.
Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Hey guys. Where's the cart?
Don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking speak to me. What the fuck do you mean, where's the fucking cart?
You should be the one to answer that, Nime.
You tell me where the fuck my cart is.
You had it last.
It was just here.
Yeah, so then where is it now?
Are you fucking with me right now? Are you... Do you...
Well, I remember jumping through that wall, and I guess I'm just here now. Are you guys okay? Did you guys come here too?
Do you not... You're fucking with me, right?
Do you not remember the woman playing the violin?
You got
Or
jokes.
fighting those guys?
Oh, my bag feels a little... Yo, look, dude, I got honey! Where did this come from?
Rem, she's lost it.
Did you fall on your head?
Did you give it to me?
Hey, if she fell on her head, it wasn't my fault.
What?
See, by saying that it's not your fault, you automatically accept the blame.
I nat 20'd my insight check for a total of 29. What the fuck is going on?
She's being honest with you. There is a hint of confusion behind her eyes, but nothing's malicious or
You guys, she generally doesn't know what the fuck happened.
Nice.
You don't remember anything about the Feywild.
Recap. We went there. There were bee people who we got honey from. No, we didn't get the honey from the bee people. We got
We
the
got
honey
the honey
from
from the
bear.
man that robbed the bee people.
Yep. And after that, we went and we saw this lady playing a violin. We killed a bunch of people, and now we're here.
I'm gonna give her the actual
Oh.
story.
No, that's the summary. It's a clip
Jacob, I have a
notes.
question.
What's
I have
up?
a question. So, I don't know if it necessarily can count as being in character, because I do have paper and whatnot. But I have been keeping a journal from Nime's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Would that
You
be
still
any
you still
help?
have that. You've
Did you write anything during the short rest?
Yeah.
without interference from other members of the party, you have lost those memories. But you can look at your journal, and it has all of these new notes. And as like again, as Rem's seeing this, like he's seeing just complete honesty behind Nime's eyes, and just confusion.
So I'm seeing that Gil got stepped on by a dinosaur,
At your suggestion.
That happened.
and the I'm seeing Winnie and honey, and this honey is really good, I guess. And I'm also seeing that we fought a lot.
Not a lot. We fought once for like a minute.
1
Yeah.
minute, 6 seconds.
Yep.
You must
You
have
almost died.
gotten influenced by the travel back.
Huh.
We don't know how these things work.
Okay, this is gonna be kind of weird. Do I feel like something is missing from my head?
No, you just
DM
feel like
Jacob.
you just feel like you teleported.
Oh shit, so it's really just like I stepped through the wall and now I'm just here.
Yes.
Oh.
What
That-
happens in the
Okay.
It
Feywild?
is literally movie maker cut and then move the timeline closer together.
Oh.
And without
Perfect.
assistance from your allies, that is how it will remain.
What assistance can we give? I have no spell slots. Rem has some, I think.
I have lesser restoration. I'll do like a medicine arcana bullshit check. What's going on here?
I can beat her over the head until she remembers.
I don't want to be beat over the head. Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate that offer. However,
Right.
I guess I'll do the medicine check.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, they can't all be bangers. 8.
8. You're a little at a loss in the moment.
Let's try arcana. It was a Feywild bullshit.
Have a inspiration.
God in heaven, why? Look. We can talk this out. Okay. We got a 14.
14. Swapping from going over to something that would be physically wrong with her, looking for signs of magically induced issues, you do see that the whites of Nime's eyes have instead become this slightly blue-tinted gray.
am I dying?
She does seem to be influenced by something.
You got a fucking jaundice?
Now she's high. Feywild high.
Was it the honey?
Feywild
Is it the
high.
honey?
Is it the honey?
It could be the honey.
Did
No,
any of
because
us
we all
eat
ate
the honey?
The honey.
We all ate
All
the
of us
honey.
did.
I didn't eat the honey.
The rest of us ate the honey. Look into my eyes.
You just kind of looks into your eyes. No. Nothing. No clouding there.
So it's not high because of the honey.
No.
High for some other reason.
And we all hit her with the lesser restoration.
I don't think the lass is high.
Are my eyes not bloodshot at all from puffing this pipe?
No.
Fat ribs, man.
Fat
Let's give her.
Ooh.
lesser restoration.
I don't think that's gonna do anything here.
Let me check.
Lesser restoration. I have it pulled up.
Lesser
Detective
restoration
can end
does not
the
help.
disease.
As
I
the
don't-
warm energy just kind of courses. Nothing changes.
I don't know what this is.
All right. He's been cursed with
I mean-
fey magic, probably.
I'm sure we can fix her in Grey Wall.
Would it have anything to do with the lady downstairs?
I don't think so.
Maybe,
To an
but
to an-
probably not.
All right, she might still be down there.
We should go. Let's go.
We should, to Grey Wall.
Let's go.
Wasn't our goal take area?
That was before I lost my fucking cart.
And then going back to Greywall will solve that problem.
Do you want to walk to Dake area?
The carrier's... I don't remember it being that far from here.
I'm not walking.
We're gonna have to. No, we won't. They won't have to walk. Teleportation circle.
Oh.
We'll just go back to Grey Wall. I don't have one for day carrier, so we can't go there.
Come on.
What's in the dead baby box? Anything in here?
No, I don't believe you'd put anything in there.
Empty dead baby box.
Some sand that got in through the cracks.
No.
Here's what we lost, everyone.
Everything. We've lost everything.
Of which, Nime's getting a fucking itemized bill.
I'm getting
Come
an
on,
itemized bill.
I feel like she just got taxed by losing her memory.
Are you gonna pay for the itemized bill?
I don't
What is
know.
the itemized bill?
What we
Are
have
you
lost?
not noticing the lack of cart?
I'm noticing. Jacob, do I remember seeing the tracks?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Well, can't we just follow the tracks?
We're not gonna be able to catch up to it.
Well,
It's
yeah, but it'll
faster
give
than
us
we are.
a quick where our cart is. Do you not want to go get it?
It's long
In addition, the Lost City moves. These tracks will end at the border, almost certainly.
Jacob,
Mhm.
I do have a patch with a lovely pony on it. I would, I mean, I do have a horse available to me right now.
Yes.
If you would like me to go and find the cart
No.
or try to.
It's gone.
Can
It's
I-
long
I-
gone.
Can I go look around for Mandabar? I'm assuming it went with the cart, but I want to go look.
Here, make an investigation check.
We lost the hot box, my acid, a lot of rope,
22.
some Drake talons.
22.
That's
Uh,
gone.
Through
That's
some
gone.
time of quickly looking around, yeah, it's not there. And Manabar
No.
probably got taken with them.
Can
No.
I just kind of hide behind Gil?
Sure.
I'm not mad.
I don't
Is the
want to
point.
pay an itemized
An
bill.
itemized list of losses based upon your incompetence.
Why is this my incompetence?
Include the war horse that she lost.
I want to grab out Suna
No,
from
no,
behind me.
No,
I
no,
must hold on. That I
no,
must.
no. Someone's footing the bill for this. Someone's footing the fucking bill for this. Decide
Can
amongst
I-
yourself who's eating the bill for this.
Wasn't
I-
my fault. I was inside preparing to fight.
We're only here because of you.
No, not my fault.
Your fault.
No,
Exclusively your fault.
incorrect. I refuse to pay the bill.
You don't get a choice.
Like you can make me.
You don't think I can?
Not right now.
Oh,
Check out these sick new scimitars that I got. What are you gonna do?
You want to make a wisdom saving?
oh, they're really gonna kill each other out here, aren't they?
No, we're walking
no.
back to.
There's a
fucking
good
Grey Wall.
chance.
No, we're
Gil?
walking to the edge of the city, going to bed, and then going back to Greywell.
Right.
Do we not want to try and find the cart? I'm a little confused. I understand that it is no
Mime.
longer here. I get it. I get it.
The city moves. The tracks will lead to the edge and then no farther.
It's gone.
Is Gil still trying to grab me?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to grab you from behind me.
Um,
I'm trying to grab you by the collar and throw you out in front of me.
Can I cast Vortex Warp in in place so his hand passes through me?
Basically, all you're doing, you're using a spell slot for this, so sure. As his hand moves in, it's basically just jerking it to the side.
And then
It's
the
just
wild magic goes off.
And then the wild magic happens.
Because he used tides of chaos.
I'm glad someone knew
And
that
if-
was gonna happen besides me. I'm feeling
And I rolled a 16 for my general wild magic check.
okay. I'm feeling spicy. Roll me a D100.
Alright. Which color? What do we go with?
Blue.
If I get
Alright, blue it is.
greased again, I swear to God, you better have a new character ready.
38.
38.
Please be the grease.
I swear to God.
As she does this, there's a quick flash, and you hear this. You hear this little cry, as behind both of you, as you kind of look in shock, there's this weird, about 3 foot long, football-esque shaped jellyfish with blue limbs and tan eye stalks poking out. As it centers on you, Suna goes woo, and runs and just coasts away. Just runs.
Just kind of look over at Gil. Just kind of look over at Gil what the fuck just happened?
Gil is paying no mind to that. He's still trying to grab you.
I need to ignore Gil for a moment.
I'm starting to walk to the edge of the city. These guys don't work out whatever they're doing.
How fast is it moving?
It's moving 30 feet.
Dash.
Vortex warps it
As
back.
Suna, if you're ignoring
wait,
Gil,
wait,
he's
wait.
going to be able to grab you.
Whatever. I'll just let him grab me.
Yeah, you feel the quick and brutal tug on your collar as he pulls you around in front of him.
I'm not even letting your feet touch the ground. I'm holding you by the collar, but above the ground, so you're just kind of there.
Like a disobedient child.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Alright. Can I cast Vortex Warp again?
On you, Gil?
On myself.
We're
Okay.
dropping Gil 90 feet from the
Where are
sky.
you going?
35 feet.
Okay.
So that I'm in front of the jellyfish thing.
Alright. As Gil, you can see Suna's not paying attention to you, and then with a couple mutterings, she just out of your hand. And as soon as you appear right in front of this weird football aberration, it just and turns back around and is just running away from you.
Is it running towards me now?
Yeah, it's
Can I,
running back towards the
right-
party now.
Can I slide next to it and grab it?
You can try. It's technically an opportunity check, so make an athletics check to grapple.
Okay.
It is going to try and not be grappled.
I grapple the jellyfish out of the sky. Ocean man.
7.
You kind of grab onto one of the tentacles and just slips out, As it
Ooh, why do you have to make
keeps-
that sound?
running.
That's what good grapple checks sound like.
Jesus Christ.
So, I guess I'll run after it, and at the end of my movement, I'll throw Bull Scorcher out to try to grapple with Bull Scorcher.
Okay. Make an attack.
What have I done?
I don't know.
You're gonna kill it.
23.
Yeah, that'll work.
23 hits.
You miss.
You miss.
As it
That was
grabs
so
Bull
tragic.
Scorcher out of your hands.
So I got a new pet, I guess.
The bull who's scorched.
I'm now the one scorching the bowls.
Alright,
What?
I'm gonna start walking west, back to the edge of the city.
Okay.
Can I tell if it's speaking a language?
What languages do... No. No, you can't understand it.
Do you speak?
It's not
does-
speaking.
Lishy-splashy?
It's not speaking a language.
Okay, that's
Jellyfish? Is it a small? Is it a tiny creature? I don't think it is.
It is small.
Does anyone know what the fuck this is?
We could put it in the dead baby box.
I'm not putting that thing in my box.
No, that's.
We don't have to keep him. I just want to know what it is.
Do I know
no
what the
idea.
fuck that is? I'll make a.
You can make a. It'd be an Arcana check.
Man, you're asking me to do things. No. Yeah. No. 5. It looks.
It looks.
I'm the man who looks.
I am the man who looks.
Completely fucking foreign. I can
Does
tell
it-
that it doesn't like you.
I can tell that too, but
Let the damn thing go.
I guess I can't tell if it's a. I think it might just be scared because of the wild magic, 'cause that's a thing.
Maybe if I squish it, we can use its insides to examine it.
Let
For
the
blinking
damn-
out of your hand, I'll allow it.
Is the thing close to me?
Yeah,
How close
it
is it
ran
to
back
me?
to the group.
Don't do that.
How close is it to me?
You can walk up to it.
Like, is it close enough that I can like start to swing my flail and then unclick it, and then in the same motion, just like.
Sure.
Yes! I want to attack it recklessly.
All right.
Oh, I never thought I'd get permission.
Don't do that.
No, it's too late. I'm making the attack rolls. 26.
Roll damage.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm rolling this right, just to double check. Oh,
Oh
baby,
dear. Oh dear.
that's not bad. That's 14 damage.
As you just watch, as it just splatters, as it is dead. It is very
I wanna-
much dead.
I want to retract my flail and then clean up all the squishy off of it.
Okay.
Is anyone going back to the edge of the city with me?
Yes, I'm leaving because these fuckers out here just killing things.
Sorry, I was
While we
busy for a
Meant
moment.
no harm.
while we walk, I'm gonna unattune from the lyre and start attuning to these swords.
Okay.
Gil meant me harm, and I wanted to reconcile that.
Right. So we're leaving then.
We're leaving.
Right.
Off
I
we
know
go.
what this thing is. You guys are assholes.
Not me. I tried to leave.
All right.
So, okay, just
Doesn't
because I don't
concern you,
think
bucko.
anything. I was in the bathroom, but I was definitely here. Was that not the fairy from the Feywild?
That was not the fairy from the Feywild.
Okay.
Well, if it was, it wouldn't matter.
I accidentally
now.
cast summon jellyfish or something.
Oh.
Summon spectral jellyfish.
Some of the.
I'm gonna ask about this later, just so you know.
Starts with an F.
Fuck.
At this point, yeah.
That's what it was feeling.
All right, we're leaving.
Bullied jellyfish.
Off we go.
All right.
That wasn't bullying. That was murder.
No, that was just a
bullying that
massacre.
turned into straight up murder.
It's not our
Yeah.
first instance of murder, if you forgot.
No, and it definitely will not be our last.
All right. So with that, you guys make your way to the far the far western side of the Lost City. As you can see, this last little bit spreads open, and you can see like a crumbled, it seems like an ancient guard tower that has crumbled into disarray, disrepair, as well as other buildings along this path that have long since crumbled as well. But you all, in about 2 separate groups, make your way over to this side of the city.
I'm not stopping. I'm still walking.
Okay.
I don't want to be in this city anymore. And I'm not looking back, so it can move if it wants to.
Okay. As you all exit the city, does anyone look back at the city, or are all of you just looking back towards the west?
I'm done here.
I have no reason to look back.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
no,
come back
I'll-
eventually.
No.
If you do, I don't expect any of us to help you or come back or even care about your existence.
It could be important.
Look,
I
I've decided.
hope not.
No. Nah, this place doesn't exist.
We didn't even look into those rooms
Oh, I
downstairs.
certainly
Yeah.
don't remember. What are we talking about?
There's a good reason for that.
Where did we just come from? All I remember is, driving on the cart, and now the cart's gone, and I'm mad about it. Oh, look at me. I can lose memories, too.
Damn, bro, that hurts.
Else hurts losing my fucking property.
To be fair with you,
I single-handedly paid for that, mind you. No one put money toward that damn thing but me.
I helped. I remember specifically I gave you gold.
That we got from selling the fucking scroll.
No.
No,
was
this was
not your
this was
money.
this was
before.
beforehand.
When we bought the cart, I know I gave you money to help.
Did someone give me money?
Zex went halfsies with you on the cart.
How much was the cart?
It was like
It
700
was
to 800.
substantial.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll rephrase. I cared the most about the cart.
Shut the fuck up.
That's
It's fine.
undeniable truth. That is an undeniable truth. You blew the shit up twice.
I did. Did I blow it up twice? I think I only did it once.
The glyph of wardings got close.
The glyph of wardings don't count because you asked me to put them there.
I should fucking go to bed.
Oh, can we even go to bed? What time of day is it now?
It's still like of walking out of here, it's been a couple more hours of walking, so it's probably just a little bit past noon.
So I'm attuned to the voice now.
Yes.
I'm turning it back into a violin.
Okay. So, and it's just the biggest thing to keep in mind is when it's violin, your spells get +3. When it's swords, it's attack and damage, but your spells do not have +3.
It's +3 damage, not +3 to my save, right?
No, your save does not go up.
Got it. Just want to make sure.
So, choices to be made.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So,
Do we want to
fine.
discuss what happened in there? Is there anything to discuss? We got a lot of stuff about the 7. Is anyone else interested in this besides me?
No.
I wouldn't count on it too much.
Man, you guys suck.
I don't put my interest in heretics.
Oh, you're interested enough in them to hate them.
You don't. It's not a hatred. It's a thing of
It looks like hatred.
You know what? Make a wisdom saving throw since you want to get on my fucking nerves. I'm in that kind of mood today.
Lost the fucking
Do it.
card. Everything's going to shit.
Yeah, make the
5.
wisdom saving throw. Oh boy, is he hurt?
No, I'm at full HP.
He's hurt now.
Let's change that.
Do it then.
Oh. Nah, I probably shouldn't. I don't hit party members anymore.
That's fine.
I'll go for a stab instead. I'll go to hit him.
I don't hit people.
I don't
stab me, I'm
hit
gonna
party
stab you back.
members.
I'll
But
go
I'll
for
stab
a gentle
him.
stabbing.
Can
That might be able to break it.
There's no way.
I think it does. I do think that the dirty 20 breaks his AC.
are you poking me with a dagger?
Oh yeah, the fuck I am. I'll go with a poke. Can I just do the 1 damage and we'll just leave it? Just fucking gentle mosquito bite, but the mosquito has like it's going
Malaria.
through a face.
Okay.
I'm a reformed man.
Oh, good job.
Ow. One measly little bit of damage.
It's necrotic damage.
It really fucking hurt.
So, after a couple of hours,
Now make the wisdom saving throw because now you're damaged.
Oh, that was a lie.
That's a big brain play right there.
Am I actually making the saving throw?
Nah, you're good. Let's keep going.
Okay. We're just walking until we can fall asleep, by the way.
Yeah, and it's the thing of you guys spend time just walking and thinking.
I'll scavenge a bit. We'll get like wood for a fire tonight or something like that.
Well, supposedly would, please.
Supposedly wood from what could
What else is it
potentially be
gonna
trees
be?
that may also actually be liches that are actually bird.
Is this
You
a-
never know.
I appreciate
Is this
that
a
more,
reference to the wood box that we couldn't
Yep,
figure out
like-
what was in
like
it?
the third session, JC
We're
said
getting
it's
old-fashioned in here.
supposedly would.
And
I'm
it
just like, what the fuck
appears.
do you mean
It
it's
appears to
supposedly
be
wood?
It appears
What
to
do you
be
mean?
wood.
It appears to be wood, isn't it just wood?
It
I don't
seems
know.
to be wood.
It was actually a lich.
There's like 5 liches on the loose now. Y'all heard of the Sabline incident? Yeah.
Liches.
Liches.
All right. So make me a survival check, Rem. If anyone wants to help him with that. Let me know.
I'll help.
I don't
I
have
will as
proficiency.
well.
Okay.
You have to have proficiency
Oh.
to help, right?
No.
Or they can just roll their own survival check.
Right.
I got a
Um,
14.
14.
I can pick up twigs. I got a 12.
12. All right, so you guys kind of
I'll
go
roll.
through as a
Oh,
lot
I
of you
got
get
better.
scavenging stuff.
I got a 21.
Yeah, so and Zex is like helping bring in a lot, and Rem's got a good amount. You guys aren't sucking at like finding wood. It's just the good stuff
don't
that
do
they're
this
able to
often.
find. Yeah, this is a new thing for you guys.
I
As
guess I'll
you
try to
guys-
Character
find-
development.
Do through,
Now I will start a fire by
And-
snapping my fingers.
you guys,
Prestidigitation.
the fire kind of goes up, and through this, you can also, as you guys are winding down for getting the camp sorted, because you wanted to take a little bit extra time, it seems, to begin the camping process. You are able to identify your marker on the map of relative distances from different places. So you can take the map into account if you want to, or don't care about it. It's your choice.
So are we on the map now?
Yeah, your token is the map.
Sick.
Because through this, and also Nime being a convenient compass, you guys are able to
Yes.
identify where you are.
I mean, I don't have the ability to do this, but could I like, I guess it's not. Is it dark yet?
It is beginning to, but you guys still could move like the equivalent of another. Or you guys have moved your distance for today, but you still have a couple of hours before darkness.
I'll wait then.
I'm gonna go hunt a deer.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get food. We're gonna really live it up. I'm gonna go hunt a deer. Without a bow? No. I'm just gonna make its head fucking explode.
All right. Make me a survival check.
18.
18. Okay. Through the next couple of hours you spend just kind of moving around through this. Eventually you come apart a section of field where you can see about through like 5 to 6 deer just kind of grazing on the grassland. They are about 100 feet away from you.
Are they a family?
Make an insight check.
16.
You can generally tell deer probably travel as a herd, as you maybe have heard.
Oh.
So family is a loose term, but it would apply in this situation.
I'm just gonna get berries instead, man. I ain't in the business of killing families.
Berries and cream?
All right.
I mean, I can make cream, but you shouldn't eat it.
Are you a little lad who loves berries and cream?
Also,
Alright,
I'd like to
well,
point out those kobolds were definitely family to each other, and we just fucking murdered all of them.
Yeah, those don't count.
Anyway.
All right.
I'm allowed to choose when to be a hypocrite. It's hard. Look, I was raised in a church. I know what it means to be a hypocrite, okay? Damn.
So,
Man doesn't want to kill a deer, and suddenly he's a piece of shit.
as you all kind of settle down, through the next couple of hours, while Rem is away collecting berries and pretending to hunt deer, anything the rest of you would like to do?
Could you run by me what spells this thing could cast? Is it the same as the legendary lute from the bard stuff?
It counts as a Olam harp. So, it has that stat sheet, and then added onto it is the additional effects of the bonus action changing into the scimitars, and the psychic damage.
Okay, and it's all still once per day, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't you cast them with them if you have like a spell slot for it too?
I don't think so. I think it's
No.
just...
You can use... So basically, the spells that you've gotten with it, fly, invisibility, levitate, and protection from evil and good. However, the instrument itself can specifically be used to cast confusion, control weather, and firestorm. However, each of those are one a day. You can use the action to play it and cast that spell, but once that specific spell has been cast, that spell cannot be used to cast it again until the next dawn. So.
How terrible do I want to make the weather for us? How long does this last?
8 hours. Why is that the first spell that you're going to use?
That's just the first one I pulled up. Now I'm looking at the rest of them.
So, after a couple of hours, if no one is doing anything else,
I will... You know what? Blast from the past. I'll take out my great axe and I'll just kinda... Are there trees around?
there are a couple like sparse scattered trees. This is grassland-ish territory now that you're out from the general city. It's still a bit more packed, but it's not as prevalent as actually being within the city. So there's not a ton of it, but there is some that you can scavenge and find.
I will. Yeah, I'll go to just like 1 or 2 trees and I'll chop them down.
Okay, easy enough. Is it just
And then,
that nice cathartic feeling someone gets as they carve down and fell trees?
and then I will just, I guess, bring that back to the somewhat central location that we've made.
Okay. Anything for anyone else?
I'm gonna cast Control Weather
All right.
because it's like hot right now, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna make it warm,
Okay.
slightly more comfortable.
There's a slightly slower melody is played for a small bit, and then all of you
And-
can feel, even Rem as he's out collecting, you can feel kind of like the sun kind of get off your guys' backs a little bit.
And I'm gonna make it lightly rain.
All right.
No wind.
So you've made it humid.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just effectively
That's
you've taken
That's
a
disgusting.
bad weather condition and made it worse for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like Virginia all over again.
What's the dispel magic DC to break this damn thing? Yeah.
It's an 8th level spell.
I mean, break the item.
Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll just head back and, if I have time, I'll give Brian a motherfucking medicine check. See
You'll
if
give-
being a sword did anything.
You'll give who a medicine
O'Brien.
check? O'Brien?
O'Brien.
Yeah.
How was it being a sword?
How's it being a sword? O'Brien's in good health. It seems like being the sword, and this is easy to kind of ascertain, being the sword didn't do anything to him. Ironically, weirdly, he's got the same, like, a similar problem that Nime does of he just doesn't remember what happened after he stepped into the room. He has no memory of that and no knowledge of the time that has passed.
You referenced the honey.
What? No, he remembers the Feywild. He doesn't remember the time he spent as a sword.
Oh, I thought you said he doesn't remember the Feywild.
No,
Okay.
Nime doesn't remember the Feywild. And you can guess it's because Nime has some arcane influence on her currently.
You may got
O'Brien
Fey syphilis.
doesn't have anything. It's just simply because a sword can't perceive or remember.
When that happens.
Yeah,
I can
it's rough.
convince her to fucking enter tomb with you for, go have her turn into a sword so she loses all her memory for that time. Waste her time. Yeah. How does he feel about my medicine check? Does he get all huffy and puffy like Daren's dad did?
No, he doesn't. He understands. And it's another thing of he's just... And, so... Anything different in, Grey Walden since I've been gone?
Missed the Winter Festival.
You did.
Ah, shit. I didn't even think about that.
It was cool. We stole some stuff. That was a winter festival,
You
right?
shouldn't steal.
Oh, I
You
made
gave it
sure
back.
they were aware of that.
We gave it back. It was fine.
Oh, so it's like challenging your skills then. Okay.
Yeah. It was more like that.
Okay.
It was willful
For
ignorance.
sure, definitely that.
Make a deception check.
Come on, I gave it
You
back.
gave it back. That wasn't the reason you gave it back.
Can
That's
I help?
okay.
Can I help because I was involved?
Yes. Well,
I'd like
also
to impose
you
disadvantage by calling them liars.
you added that to it, but Rem took it away. Rem was not helping, so it's just a straight roll from
Look.
Zax.
It's fine. My deception is fantastic.
Right.
My deception is fantastic. 26.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine.
Some stealing is okay. Resident
No,
paladin, everyone.
No, not stealing's all right, but it wasn't stealing. It was practicing one's skills, and they gave it back. They said.
We did, yes.
So
Well, I did.
Did someone not give something back?
No. Everything got given back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
They're trying their best.
Tara got kidnapped.
What?
Tara got.
Oh, yes. Tara got kidnapped.
Hella
And
kidnapped.
Is
Soma?
she all right?
Yeah, she's
that
fine. We
was
went and
his
got
name,
her.
right? Soma? Is that
Soa. Soa
Soa.
too?
Flip
Yes.
the M upside
it?
down.
Together.
Right. Oh, jeez.
We actually went there, and I'm pretty sure one of the 7 Ascended was at that place.
No shite.
It was a statue. It left. We tracked it, but it wasn't there anymore.
That sounds like a problem.
Jay hasn't come back to town yet.
Yeah. We have, like, what? 3 out and about now?
Stop trying to make the 7 Ascended a thing.
Right.
It's
No.
never gonna be a thing.
It's already a thing.
It's never gonna be a thing.
One of them tried to kill us. I'm
The
pretty sure
7
it's a
Ascended
thing.
is never gonna be a thing. Stop trying to make it a thing.
Whatever. You guys
Doesn't
ready to
get the
go to sleep?
But the lady we helped was involved with the 7 Ascended.
They don't get it. These fucking idiots don't think about ye old mean girls. Apparently only gnomes know about mean girls.
Alright. Has it been long enough we can go to sleep yet?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Tidy Hut, assuming that everyone is here,
Alright.
as a ritual.
So
And then,
putting it into a 3-watch interval. So each of you, if you want to, can have a partner.
real quick, before we go to bed, I'm gonna pull out the pipe, make sure I maintain attunement, then put it back in.
All right. Good enough.
Why you gotta maintain attunement?
Because he's storing it in the bag, and it was something I warned him about. That if it's in a demiplane for more than 24 hours, he'll lose attunement to it. Right. So, first watch, second watch, third watch.
I'll take first watch.
All right.
O'Brien and I can take second.
Okay.
I can take third watch.
All right.
I'll take third watch with me, man.
All right.
No one wants to spend time with me. I see how it is.
I wonder why.
So soon you're just
Maybe-
getting a good night's rest.
Made it fucking
Yep.
human.
All right.
Suicide. Fuck you.
All right.
Make a friend.
So
Oh wait, no, I'll take first watch with Zax. I wanted to do something.
okay. So from both of you, either 1 check with advantage or 2 perception checks. 1 from each of you.
It's up to you. Depends on what your perception is, really.
I mean, it's average for an adventurer.
It's not plus 11.
Just let me know what you guys are doing. Just take. Doesn't matter.
I'm not plus 11 either. Thank you very much.
Doesn't matter
Wasn't
too
it?
much.
I'll just roll.
Okay. Both of you roll.
Okay.
Wait,
27.
passive perception's 21. Not
My
11?
passive perception is 20.
I got an 11.
All right.
Twenty-seven.
27. As both of you just kind of looking out around the bubble, the rain just kind of softly impacting the dome, but being nice and dry underneath here, with the bubble that lets the smoke from the fire kind of curl outwards. Your watch goes without you two seeing anything of interest.
Can I see the stars?
Yeah.
Can I
It's
maybe
raining.
try to?
It is a light cloud cover from rain, though. You can see some of the brighter ones, like the similarities of like a North Star that's able to break through light cloud cover, but it's not filled, kind of thing.
Could I maybe try to tell, like how, like, maybe try to tell how much time has passed based off of the star positions?
Make a survival check.
I'll go green again.
Truffle.
12.
12. So you look up, you're trying to find positions, but this hasn't been something you've really been keeping track of, and it seems like you're going to have to go to bed tonight without knowing.
Can I attempt it as well?
If you want to.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Slightly a little bit better. I got an 18.
It's hard to look in it, but you're able to remember that there hasn't been any major shift of constellations that would depict a long travel of time. Though you don't get exacts.
Okay.
That's good, I guess.
Not too ridiculously long. Not that we would know anything about that.
I mean, I guess theoretically it could have just been a year and the stars would look the same.
But we wouldn't know that. We have no knowledge of how the Feywild works.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm done.
I got nothing.
All right. Well, the rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Gil, O'Brien are roused for the second watch as the two Dragonborn both position themselves near the outside of the inner dome. O'Brien will give you advantage on the roll.
Oh, he will he?
He will.
On
Perception.
Yep, that's the word. Thank you. I knew the word.
You're trying your best.
You know what? I always am. That's really good. 24.
24.
I see everything.
Well, you're seeing a lot of the clouds kind of like moving in, and this is actually when the spell is starting to wear off, and you can see the rain eventually just slowing to a light drizzle. If there's anything you want to do during your watch, let me know.
How long is the watch?
About 2 hours. 2-3 hours.
Like around like maybe a quarter of the way through the watch. I kind of want to stand up and seemingly ready myself, and then basically wait to see if O'Brien wants to stand up and spar a little bit, have a little fight. Just a little one, nothing too big.
All right, Gil. One thing. We're in a fucking bubble right now. We're definitely going to step on someone.
Fuck, we're still in the bubble. I forgot we were still in the bubble. I'll sit back down.
I'll make you a deal though. If whether you all decide on going to Decaria or Greywall, next time we have a good spot to spar, I'll make sure to be available. That sound good?
Good enough.
Right. The last sparring session I had was with that vessel, so he did a fine job. I wouldn't call that thing we did in the wilds sparring. It's more of a skirmish.
If you could even call it that.
No, although I don't think I'm able to keep up with you quite as well as I did anymore. I lost a lot of time. I'm afraid the time where I can give you a good fight is coming to an end, friend.
What was it like being a sword?
I didn't even know I was one. That's the problem. I stepped into the room, and the next thing I know, I was waking up from you all. That's a little bit terrifying.
So you don't know
Anything. I didn't even know what that woman really looked like.
Do you even know how long you were down there?
I think you told me like 2 months. I think that's what you said.
But you yourself have no idea.
I have no recollection of time. That's the problem. That's what terrifies me a little bit.
Why stick around with us if you know that something like that could happen? Maybe again.
For the time being, stick around in case or something like that happens. You're my friend, Gil. Like it or not. You're stuck with me. And by extent, your friends are stuck with me for a little bit. I'll need to take care of some stuff, of course. Maybe talk to Jaylene about trying to find Jade, but I gotta make sure you're safe first. We all have to walk back anyway.
I think we're all kind of stuck with each other for the time being, and have been for a while.
Yes. It's funny. So many of your shoulders sag with the weight of a guilty conscience. Yet I've only seen you all do commendable things. It's people doing good things that don't believe they're good people.
Sometimes, at least for me, the weight of the past is not a burden that can be lightened.
Aye. But it's one you can be stronger from. The load never gets lighter. The man carrying it gets stronger. One of the strongest people I know, Gil. It'll get easier eventually. Whatever it is.
You either sound like a prophet or you have a burden yourself, don't you?
I I have a bit of a feeling of what it's like. I just need to be better. I've never been skilled enough to do much of anything. You know, you kicked my ass in the tournament. I've won a couple battles, but I've lost many more. For all that shite you all give each other, you guys are, like it or not, competent. You've done well. You all just got through the biggest shit show I've ever personally seen. Something has to be commended out of that.
I mean, you solve one problem, you get two more.
Oh, but give yourself credit at least for solving one problem.
If we're not here to solve problems, who is?
Ain't that the truth?
As much as I quite honestly hate to admit it, and by God, you better not say a word, but and I've picked up at least some of a liking for these people, as small as it may be.
Oh, do ya?
Everyone has their uses, and I guess we've gotten pretty good at them.
But you're not just hanging around with them because they're useful, are you?
If I wasn't with them, who knows what I'd be doing? Probably fighting somewhere else, but not nearly as eventful as this.
At least here you got good reasons. You got people who care about you. Even if they're deciding to display it in ways similar to you and not saying it out loud.
It's a strange thing.
Most of you seem so burned by everything that seemed to happen before you met each other that you had such a hard time looking through the ashes.
And yet somehow, like a phoenix, we rise.
Amen.
And to be quite honest, once you get done with your personal dealings, whatever that may be, another pair of helping hands is never a bad thing.
Of course. I do mean it. If you do head to take care of you, I'll follow suit. But if we go to Greywall first, I'll have to get some things done, sorted. Apologies.
Business is business. There's no getting around that.
Aye. If there's nothing else to be said.
Nope.
The watch concludes. You two rouse Ram and Nime and head to sleep yourself.
Wait. Can I wake Rem up, like, specifically, please?
Yeah?
When when I wake up Rem, I want to say, don't kill her, but if you do, make sure it's at least discreet.
Do I look like I'm in the assassination business to you?
No, but you're in the mood for it.
When am I not in the mood to crack your guys' skulls open?
All right.
It's not her fault. Gil says some murder is okay.
Some murder.
All
As
murder.
a
Damn,
treat.
he was just ready to let me go, huh?
Oh,
I mean- I said don't kill her, but I mean if you do.
look, Gil and I have been through things you can't even imagine, okay?
As the two of you take your positions, one of you make a perception check with advantage, or both of you can make it separately.
What do you want to do?
Let's see here. I'll let you take the lead on this one.
You want me to do it with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Doesn't matter. 16.
Okay. As you move out, it's kind of a strong breeze kind of pulls up. And as you watch, there's a second of time where you hear this bird-like screech off in the distance. And catching and following it against the moonlight, you can see this large animalistic form kind of almost silhouetted by the moonlight as it flies up, and you see it dive quickly down into the distance and then just as quickly swoop back up with something much smaller in its clutches and curves and flies away. If there's anything you two want to talk about on your watch, you are
I'm
welcome
sorry
to.
for the cart.
It is what it is.
Do you think we'll be able to find a better cart? You know, one where you can add a deck and hammocks?
I already got things in motion. Don't you worry about that. I have a plan.
I'm excited for the plan. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I might not look it, but I have quite a bit to pitch in.
That being,
I have a bit of gold.
I'll have a bit of gold by the time I'm done too. What's a bit of gold to you?
You know, that is a great question. Give me 2 seconds. A bit of gold would be 2,453 pieces.
I think my 90k will be okay.
Perfect.
Come along. Let's look you over again.
Okay. I mean, I was reading my journal. It looks like I missed, or I guess I'm missing a bunch, but it seems to fill in the pieces that are not there.
It was a fun time. Am I having any clue whatsoever what this could be at this point? Probably a charm of some sort.
Not that I can think of.
Anything on your mind? Plead all your sins to Father?
Why in my journal does it say that O'Brien is the good?
Is good the word you wrote down?
Yes.
The 18 insight check says you wrote down something that doesn't say good.
If you're lying, you can roll a deception check.
I'm rolling deception.
All right.
Actually, JC, I do have a question.
What's up?
Oh,
Is this
shit.
a
Oh, never mind, I
subclass
found it.
question, or?
What star
Can
sign is
I
O'Brien?
gain proficiency because of elegant courtier, or is that it is persuasion?
I thought elegant courtier is something that does provide go to persuasion.
Yes.
Oh,
I guess it's deception instead of persuasion, so never mind.
Yeah, it's deception. It's not persuasion.
Okay, let me roll.
Don't you dare fucking
My
roll me.
19!
Oh!
Oh! Alright, good it is. Good it is.
She seems to be good.
Why did she do that again? I think he...
It says that he saved me, I guess.
Ask him tomorrow.
Okay.
I was a little bit busy at the time. Did you write anything down about that?
About you saving me? Absolutely. It looks like I almost died.
A few times.
A few times, yeah. Thank you for also helping me with that.
It is what it is.
All right. And with that, the end of your watch, the third hour, the sun rises, and the dome has disappeared. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. Spells come back. Half of your hit dice maximum comes back. And any general ailments such as exhaustion disappear.
Even, fey fuckery?
That does not.
Alright, let's immediately respec our spells.
Alright. As everyone just kind of rises, you just see, like, generally of people just yawning, stretching. O'Brien, because he knows he's probably going to have to walk today, is just taking off the armor, is beginning to wrap it in a little bit of a sack, and just pulling the cloak further around himself to suit himself up better for travel.
What are you doing?
Preparing for the day?
What do you mean preparing? We're going to town.
Yeah. We've got a bit of travel ahead of us.
We do not.
We don't do that here.
All right, let's be clear here. Last time I saw all of you, you did fairly well for yourself, but I don't see a town anywhere.
I'm gonna proceed to start drawing a teleportation circle using my residual.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. I've missed a lot, haven't I?
We killed a vampire.
And he was the lord of a town.
Ah.
I was a lord for a little bit.
Congratulations. All right.
I'm gonna one up you. I had a big fucking dragon blow on me with its fire breath.
I'm gonna
that one north of.
You saw the northern beast.
It talked
inside of its
and then it blew
mouth.
fire on me. Yes.
You can decide which one is more impressive, but I cheated that scent dragon.
Oh, gods. I knew I was traveling with people with death wishes, but I didn't know it was that, what's the word?
prevalent.
Dumb.
Stupid.
We'll let you guys apply those labels to yourselves.
We're
Sure. That's
No, we're
fine.
cool.
That's
We're
fine.
cool.
Do what you need to do. Absolutely. Do what you need to do. Alright, as in the grass and dirt, the residuum is drawn. You spend 50 gold pieces, I believe, for it.
Yep.
And then for that small second, right before you do it, everyone kind of gathers themselves, readies, and as you complete it, where are you go? Are you just going to the Mages Guild?
No, I'm going to the castle. We have stuff to report.
Ah. As you complete it, it lights up this vibrant blue, and all of you, one by one, just... And as you step out, your eyes are immediately assaulted with this brighter inside decoration and marble and general worked wood trim and grace of Greywall's castle.
Is there no one in here?
As you first look around, you don't, and you hear this shuffling above you with your high perception. You can see up in this room, which actually extends 40-50 feet, there is these small slits, and you feel like someone just saw you and is running off to tell someone.
What a narc.
What's this map? What's this map? When's the last time we saw this shit?
Hold on.
Look at this map. What is it?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what you guys are looking at.
Am I missing something with
This
the?
is the old map.
No, it's not.
It
No,
looks like
that's
the old
old.
map.
No, it's
Nah,
not.
but it's
This
it's
is
the
the
new
HP map.
This
But-
is the old map.
It's been so long.
It's been a long time.
It's
I
been
don't
so
remember
long.
doing all these places.
Has it really been that long?
It's been a long
There's our
time.
keep. Okay, so where are we? Where's the castle?
You are currently up
Oh,
northern. The
got it.
castle does not have
Oh.
a battle map.
Great.
As you all kind of go through, and eventually you can see these two decorated gray wall guardsmen kind of come up, spears just kind of held, not lazily, but just at attention. Hello,
Hi.
please present name and reason.
I'm gonna flash them the thing the royal family gave me.
Ah,
The crest.
what can we do for you?
Is the council here?
Which ambassador are you looking for?
All of them.
Vardare, I think, is his name.
I have it written down. Give me a sec.
It's Vardare.
The ambassador.
Ambassador of Relations, yes.
Yes.
He is currently discussing something. Just follow me and we shall find. And the six of you are
We
led
should
out.
meet him in the scry-proof room, wherever that may be.
Oh, he's not quite doing something that concerns that, but if it is something of that importance, I will let him know. And you are all brought up a little bit deeper in than you guys could recall, but not about 100 or so feet past where you had first gone in and seen the royal council and the royal family to boot. As he kind of steps, and the other ones, he whispers something to the other guys, right, you all wait here. Vardare will be out if he is able, and kind of slips into the other door, and you all are left there. And just standing kind of almost awkwardly in this majestic grand hall in this castle with just one guard just kind of watching you. A couple of minutes go by. And then Varder will be finishing his meeting, but he has instructed me to take you to a specific planning room. Follow me.
Okay.
And again, you all are led deeper within, farther than any of you have gone. And as you push through, you are eventually led to these large double set of wooden doors, and as he pushes it through, this is a circular chamber that seems kind of lined with almost like this, not quite marble, but it looks vaguely like worked marble sides, and there's this large wooden thick table in the middle that takes up a large area of the room. It looks like it's a standing table, and it would fit quite a few people. As you're all kind of shuffled in, it's like, this will be where you will be waiting. Varder needs to finish up the current business he is partaking in. Apologies on his behalf.
Sounds good.
Right. Please, stay here. And the 6 of you are ushered in, and the door is closed. And the 6 of you are in that room.
Are we alone?
Just the 6 of you.
Hey, Nime.
Yes.
I'm gonna blow diamond dust in her face.
Okay.
I'm doing the greater restoration.
As you, and it just flies into your eyes, and you have to blink really hard as this gritty material just kind of hurts for a second, Nime. You instinctively cover your face and eyes, and then it kind of just turns into warmth and doesn't hurt and fades away. And then like a cold shot of water, all of the Feywild memories come back. As it heals your Feywild amnesia.
First of all, what the hell? Second of all, thank you. Third of all, what the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? You wrote it down!
Yeah, but I did let some things slip.
That's between you. That's all on you. I did my part. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast True Seeing real quick.
Okay. As you cast it around in this spot, and you look, make a perception check.
Oh, is there stuff to see here? I wasn't expecting that, but I expected to talk about lore stuff, so I wanted it active. 17.
Okay. As you look around, there are basically just fine workings, and you can see small bits of arcane tracing throughout the walls. But there is no scry orb, no sensory objects. It seems clean.
We're clear.
We're clear.
For the time being.
We're good boys.
Assuming we don't have to wait an hour for him to come in.
It does take about 20 minutes.
Okay.
But if there's anything real quick that you guys want to do in 20 minutes, otherwise, Varder will enter.
I'm sending a sending spell.
All right. Who to?
Varys.
All right.
Plans have
That's
changed.
surprising.
I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
As this is all being sent to Barris, I love it.
Plans have changed. Got sucked into the Feywild. Made our way out. You should come back. We have things to do. My fucking cart gone.
Our
25 words.
card.
My fucking cart, bro.
Ow.
Look, whatever, commie.
I paid for half.
Oh, well, I guess it was a trip. Fun enough doing half of it. All right. I will, see all of you soon. I'll tell Trelmore.
I'm ending another sentence.
2?
This one is a secret.
Oh,
I'll be sending you a message.
secrets.
This one's
for me.
secrets. Let me type this up. You go ahead though.
For me. As you all kind of go in, with nothing else, the 20-minute passes. By the way, if you're sending the sending spell, you have to say it out loud. You know that, right?
I don't.
There's a verbal component.
Verbal is
saying
speaking
out
it,
loud.
yeah.
I don't have to say the actual things, do I?
Yes, that's
I
the
can just
verbal component of the sending.
Look. Secrets. I'll do it on my own time. Fuck
Okay,
y'all.
so do it on your own time. Just, I wanted to make sure you know.
Nah, it's going to Jade, baby.
Okay.
Where I won't give you all the words. I'll do it because I have to. Brought O'Brien back from the east. He's been worried about you. How's your sisters? Do you plan on coming back?
Okay. Good on him for being alive. I'm astonished someone would care so much. Maybe I'll pay him a visit. My sister's been comforting. Thank you.
How's O'Brien feel about this? Me just checking in on.
You can see it's just basically of him noticing, and then as your eyes kind of like glaze over as you're focusing on listening to the words, you reopen your eyes and O'Brien's just in front of you.
Can I help you, sir?
So? How does she?
She said good on you for surviving. She may pay you a visit. Her sister's been comforting. She's okay.
Oh, that's reassuring. Thank you.
No problem.
As these doors creak open, and in steps a well-dressed human, this time wearing a, like, kind of the, like, shredded paint of a blue-styled vest. Welcome back. It's been shorter than we've been expecting.
How long has it been?
Oh, it's been about 10 days, I believe.
How many days did we lose then?
You actually had the dilation was nothing. You guys lost no days.
We didn't actually make it to take care of you.
Oh, so there's failure then. That's...
No.
I'm outwardly laughing. Failure.
Lost City instead. We ran into it on our way by.
It was an accident.
Change of perspectives then.
Oh no,
Yes.
we're going. We just have to get some shit sorted, but then we're heading out.
I have information to give to you for further research, assuming you guys were actually looking. I don't know if you were.
We had begun to look on several things. Nothing interesting has come up yet.
I have names and descriptions.
Do you now?
I do.
One moment.
And all the titles. All
And
the titles.
he kind of opens the door, leans out, and just, please fetch me parchment and a quill, as well as a scribed mage. Thank you. And closes. Names, titles. Anything else?
Descriptions.
Descriptions.
I'm gonna minor illusion one of the statues.
Which one do you choose?
I'll pick the one that I picked, so that the Spider Woman.
The spider. Oh. Rather bestial.
That's
I'll
just a
show him
big
the Wraith
version.
one.
None
The
of these are
Wraith one?
very comforting, but I didn't expect them to be. As, solid. You have no reason to show me a demonstration of your imagination, so these are quite terrifying.
I'll see if I can make a miniature of what Lackham looked like in the state when we saw her.
You kind of get like a mug shot of like the chest up is the best to do detail with it.
Mm-hmm.
This has color.
We saw her in person.
Mm-hmm.
She
Oh.
tried to kill us, I think.
Oh,
Probably. Oh, for this, I'm gonna pull out the pipe.
Oh dear. Huh. That was hers?
No, this was Pawcott's.
I'll give the visual demonstrations as we're going.
So that's the celestial.
That one. Oh. Right.
Can I recreate the room a bit?
That's a little bit much for minor illusion.
What if we do it together? I can do minor illusion as well.
Minor illusion is very basic.
He could. I'm lucky. I'm able to do the people and the statues.
Yeah.
I'm pushing it by doing this much.
It's a general thing of you can make the crude things. Fine details are lost. It's like when you make a really detailed model or JPEG, this fire ass meme, and then it just gets compressed, and like all the hair becomes one big blob and shit like that.
I can only make 360p.
Yeah, pretty much. But it does its job. Oh, and at this point, a young person in robe and with a kind of almost clipboard and quill. You had asked for me. Yes, please come over and please feel free. And he hands Uzex the quill to write these down for future reference.
All right. So you've seen what my notebook looks like, Jacob.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. As you just curly start scratching across the sheet. This is worse somehow than we figured.
Dead religions do that.
In addition, there are at least 3 of them out in the material plane wandering around right now.
Oh.
2.5.
Not really.
How
so,
is it a half?
We don't know where the Garistro is. If you can't scry, I think
fair.
it's slipped
So
into a different plane.
The Garistro is one of them.
So it's 2.5.
Oh. See, I would have trouble convincing people of the woman being a member, but the Garistro is very real for most people in Greywall, so I might have an easier time of that. Oh dear.
So the Garistro, and then the collector, Lackham, was the one who was in what she was calling the Tomb of the Ascended. It was underneath the Lost City. There's a big temple in the middle. She was there. We don't know if she still is. And then the last one was a statue that we saw after being kidnapped by a group called the Black Knights. The same group that kidnapped Tara.
The kidnappings that were happening going towards Lichton were them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
That. So that one was... That one was Kuto, wasn't it? I think.
Yes, it was.
This is real lore, man.
The Vexed.
Interesting. And you saw this statue walking around then?
We saw it as a statue, and then myself and my associate here, I'll point at Suna, we went back. There were blood bowls surrounding it when we were there originally, and they weren't all filled. When we went back the second time, they were all filled. The statue was gone, and there were tracks leading off into the forest.
All right. He kind of shivers. You see this man who's not a large figure. He's just kind of, his entire body just kind of shivers. This is worse.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the information that you've been able to provide us, I will inform all of the arbiters, as well as giving them physical descriptions, and make sure that none of these ascended show their faces.
In addition, we went to the Feywild a little bit I
Hmm.
know. I think we already told him that. Yeah.
This guy? No.
Yeah. No. Okay.
You told Barris.
We went to the Feywild. We fought some lieutenants of Zavidnia.
Is that one of the names?
That's the resentful. That's the spider woman that he showed you first.
Oh, the first one. Yes.
So we fought some of her lieutenants, killed all of them, and at the end of that got this. And I will show him the Voice of the Wild.
Impressive.
I can't
Do you
recreate
know-
the melody she was making, can I?
I can. I committed it to memory.
When did you do that?
Uh,
I was
Wow, we
secretly
were there.
remembering.
I was secretly remembering.
If you
Jacob
wanna,
knows I was. I told him.
if you wanna play it, I'm gonna have a performance check out of you.
I will play it.
All right. Let's get the show on the road.
Dirty 20.
All right. As you begin, as you straw slowly on the string, and this familiar music, it does sound pretty spot on to what she's produced, fills the room. It's, again, a relaxing, slow, and sad melody. As you get about 30 seconds into it and then cut it off. I see.
So this is called the Voice of the Wilds. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. I apologize. I'm not a historian.
I can
Would
give.
you-
We can give him a timeline on how long she was there, because she's somewhat confirmed, right? Like a bit. Like, did we talk about years with her? I think we did.
She said she'd forgotten the years. The best you got was the 3 cities.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, the 3 cities. I wrote them down. Volrund, Trascent, and Dolrock. In addition, the Lost City was still like an active city, from what it sounded like she was saying.
I apologize. Please say those names again.
Volrund, Trascent, and Dolrock.
Oh, my. I would have to check again to make sure my historic prowess isn't the best by any means, but this comes from the foraging cities before Papihos was established as a nation. This is hundreds, just shy of a millennia ago.
Like nearly 1,000 years ago.
If my memory serves correctly, around 800. I don't have specifics, but it's ancient.
That's crazy. That
And-
means his violin is that old as well.
We've had bare bones records of cities of where they are. It's astonishing. We don't know much about the cities, but we do know it's cities along the coast where people had originally touched based from other nations, or had tribes back when we were in those ages had set up and started farming and making communities. It's before the darker ages. This is not even close to being my area of expertise.
Could you point us towards someone who would know more?
Most historical records about things past the age of arrival are sparse at most, but, well, I can inquire about more information. We don't have many historical scholars that specialize in past the Age of Revival. Oh dear.
Many doesn't mean zero.
I'm racking my brain. I'll have to get back to you on that. That's useful. It's very useful. But I'm afraid I myself am not the person to have been asked. I will have that information sent to you as soon as I can. A name, a place, anywhere.
Awesome. Also, if you can, follow up on any of this information. If you find anything, get back to us, quick.
Of course. I'll have to assign one of the arbiters to be stationed with me. Or to be stationed with researchers. One or the other. We will crack this as soon as we can. But I have to change my first opinions and labels of your mission. It was far from a failure, and very useful, and provided much insight that I'll have to relay to the royal family. Please, Decaria still awaits you all, but...
We're still going. We just came back because my fucking card is gone.
Oh.
It went missing when we got sucked into the Feywild, so I had to come back to get that sorted.
Well...
Do you have a teleportation circle for Decaria, by the way?
Yes.
That would have been helpful before we left.
But
that's fine.
I'll submit a petition for the Runes Keeper, and he will hopefully have something delivered to you all. But please, take the rest of the day to prepare as I go through the paperwork for you. It's the least I can do.
Keep furnished yet?
Yes.
As right.
Furnished as it is, things have been getting moved in, and supplies are still being delivered for... If I remember correctly, there was a forge that was supposed to be built in there. A lot of the larger things have been moved and installed, but smaller actual pieces of materials still need to be moved in. Something to start you off on.
An alchemy lab before. Damn. It happens.
But, congratulations on... If what you're saying is true and that woman is...
Oh, also, she was the
it.
one who scryed us in the main hall.
You're sure of that?
No one else
I'm
would.
fairly certain. She confirmed that she was the one who was spying on our group.
All right. Person. Lackham, you said. Collector?
Lackham. Yes, the collector. She that color image that Rem brought up, with the second form being like a black skeletal dragon, I think.
The stone of it was, all of them had that black dark texture to them, but it was a skeletal dragon, yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, this is a very concerning amount of stuff to relay to the royal family.
It's a very concerning amount of stuff to experience firsthand.
I'm
yeah.
sure of it, yes. Well...
But we apologize for our failure.
I retract that offer completely. I apologize. It was rude of me to put that in there, but I was thinking of Decaria first and foremost.
That's what it's fine, it's fine. We're still going. We just...
Had a little detour.
Things got disintegrated along the way.
Oh yeah, I got hit with disintegrate.
I don't know much of the arcane, but I assume that's bad.
Not good.
Worse things?
It kinda hurt.
Well, you're still standing in front of me, and I will count that as a gift. Now, you all look like you need a little bit of time to yourselves. Take all the time you need in this room if you need privacy, and the two guards will be outside to escort you out of the castle. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, and
I want to know how I felt about all that information. That was an 18 insight.
18 of insight. What are you trying to, like, just get his vibe, basically?
Yeah, vibe check.
He seems to be very busy, and it looks like he's already been up for a good portion of the morning. It's one of that, like, a thing of, like, even though he's a very well-presented person, it looks like he's slightly rushed today. You can see the slight shine of his hair of someone that hasn't quite gotten in a shower, and just someone who's been running around for however long he's been up. He does generally seem to appreciate the information, but he also seems to have another thing that is lurking in the back of his mind, and so he's kind of half processing everything as he's getting subconsciously pulled away back towards that.
Last thing.
Yes.
Do you know where we could find some amulets against proof of detection and location?
Is something the Spectral Allies provides the majority of those who request it. She is a general supplier of those. Is the scry becoming more of an issue than you can handle?
He's paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
Right. Well, I would ask her if she's in town. And,
Oh, and I think this artifact, I got the pipe still.
mhm.
Now that we have it, this is what she was trying to kill us for, so I kind of don't want her to know where it's at.
Doesn't she believe that you're gone?
She might. We don't know.
I don't know, man.
We don't know what she knows. These people were described as demigods.
Believe a demigod when they prove it. Oh, you have to keep a little bit of faith in the world. Thank you for letting me know. I'll relay that information to the arbiters as well. Maybe we'll have one of them, keep an eye on you all. But, I must be off. Take all the time you need with the room, and, good luck with Tecaria. And with that, he kind of does this half bow, and he and the scribe, once taking back the quill and the list from Muzex, depart from the room.
Hey, Ren.
Well, you took that well.
Yes.
I guess. We'll probably start freaking out later. There's a lot of information we dropped on him in a really short amount of time.
You
Man
seemed
was
a little
busy.
bit distracted. That's a man. Why
It
are
is
you
what
all
it is.
talking to the council again?
Oh,
He killed a lord.
Right. I should have
It kind of
assumed
got
that.
mixed. Like you don't kill a member of the continental community without getting asked some questions.
Right.
he was a
And-
vampire, though.
Right, I gotta remember, you keep telling me that.
We
So-
then had to send word to let them know that we need someone to come and take over because we're no lords.
Alright. I'm not gonna question it.
And they're like, hey, you seem useful.
Not gonna question it. I've finished doing that. Looking forward, and I'll fill in the blanks and just assume it's because of the Lord that you've kept referencing, because that seems
The
to
best
everything
best
returns to the Lord.
Tiber.
Lord Tiber of Formout. The best part about meeting them, though, is that we opened the door and slipped in a little toy clockwork dragon,
You see the sigh.
then went inside.
Oh. Alright.
They don't call us the parading charade for nothing.
Is that what they call
Or is
you?
it the charading parade? Which one was it?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Must be
there
a
too.
site name if you've already forgotten it.
We
Right.
didn't even want a name.
Right. Well. Names just leave less room for the individuals, I say. So.
Why don't you go see Jaylene and everyone else, and then I'm gonna go see Barris if she's back. And then we'll all reconvene at our house. And then I guess O'Brien can sleep wherever he wants. And then we're gonna have a drink.
Oh yes. Oh, I forgot. Dang it.
You alright?
Yeah.
Alright. Well. Pleasure seeing you all again, and to you two, looking at Suna and Nime, pleasure meeting you. I'll be off then. Take care. See you all again.
See ya.
He pushes through the door, you can hear him. Just me right now, I think.
No, I'm leaving.
I'm coming with you.
Alright, so you all...
I'll leave as well. A few paces behind Remenzik.
And I'll be right behind Suna.
Okay. As you all take off, exiting the street, you can see O'Brien just head off towards wherever he's going. Where are all of you heading off to?
We're gonna
Spectral
see if
allies.
Bears came home.
Spectral allies. Anyone else doing anything?
Toe fans.
Toe fans.
Not gonna make any difference.
Gil, what you got?
Gil's going to Target.
Gil's going to Target. Sounds...
That's a good question. You know, we can visit the good. Let's go to the Fighters Guild.
Okay.
The ruins of the Fighters Guild?
The good.
The good.
The good.
The trauma?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nothing like some good trauma in the morning.
He died there, you know?
They say the best part
O'Brien
of
had
waking
already
up is
laughed. I was just
Folgers in
doing
your
that as a
cup,
joke.
but the best part of waking up is knowing you destroyed an entire guild.
I killed a man there.
Man, these are all just great taglines to promote the new Fighters Guild.
Well,
I killed a man
Killed
there.
a man there.
I've
I don't
killed a man
remember.
there.
Did O'Brien ask Gil about the mark on his face?
No, he didn't. But-
Nobody's asking me about it. It's massive.
You literally just fucking fight
He's-
for a living.
It's
no one's
not
gonna
hard to
question
see.
Yeah,
you.
but
It's not hard to
He
see
felt
that
like
he's noticed it, but it is noticeable for Gil. He did not talk about it.
Like, listen, just be like, I fight, yeah, but for something to make that big of a mark, has to be notable.
So,
Eh.
we will. So, Gil's going to the Fighters Guild. We'll cover Suna first. As Suna, you head off, and make your way down through the heavy and packed beginning of the morning market as you push past into Tofan's workshop. As you go up to it, you can hear still the market coming from the north as the sign, which you don't remember being as sturdily affixed as it is now, it seems like he might have given it a little bit of an upgrade, is now just kind of gently swinging in the breeze that pushes through this town. As you step up to the lawn, the door is closed.
fucking yard feels so weird at the other shops.
It's a wonderful yard to go through.
It's so odd that the shop has a yard. The other shops don't have a yard.
It's like being in a mall and then suddenly you come across a store that just is like a trailer park with like garbage in the
It's
front.
the best part of Tofan's workshop is it doesn't look like a workshop or a standard store. It looks like someone just took a house and put a forge on it.
That's how it feels every time.
And that's how it
Rather
is.
than $10.99.
I feel weird just walking in like it's a shop because it feels like a house.
The door is closed.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay. And you just hear the smacking sound and then heavy set footsteps. And then the door swings open and this bleary-eyed minotaur just kind of deep set rings that even through his dark fur you can see underneath his nose. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Suna. Hi. Oh, you're here. Come in. As like you see, it's just like winking sleep out of his eyes. I'm sorry. I was asleep.
Is it that early in the morning?
No, I stayed up late.
It happens.
What did you show? I did well. I got it done. 5 days ahead of schedule. You don't have to wait another week, cause people should never be without their armor, but sometimes you have to, and I appreciate that. I got it done a little bit early.
Oh.
It's alright.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I think you did a good job. Maybe. Alright. Let's make sure. As you see, and he kind of shakes out. And you can see just general wood shavings and this arcane powder just kind of course off of it. That's not supposed to happen. Alright. Okay. And just gives it another shake, and it holds firm, and you can hear this kind of resulting ring, this more hearty, metallic tone out of it. Okay, you go. And he hands you, and the enchantment +1 has been successfully added.
Sick. Thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. I hope you like it.
It's just what I was looking for.
No, I'm glad. If you need anything else, I'll be sleeping for another hour. And then, not currently working on anything else. So, pleasure.
Have a good rest of your sleep.
You have a good rest of your armor. Have a good day.
I will leave and then switch into the +1 chain shirt. I think is what it was before.
Yes. You get an extra AC off of it now.
Okay. And then what is the shop that sells armor?
Thorin's Forge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there to sell off my used hide armor.
Okay. So, you are able to sell it for half of the base price. So you'd be able to sell it for 5 gold pieces.
That's well enough.
All right. And you get that, and with that accomplished, Gilgamesh, we're gonna move quickly. If there's anything special as you make your way down to the southeastern side of town and move to the Fighters Guild, and you can see rubble has actually been cleared away now, as stuff has been moved. However, it is still basically a foundation of a building.
How much rubble would you say that they've cleared?
It's pretty clean, actually. As in, like, you can see any of the walls that had still been remaining were demolished, and so it is a pretty just smooth foundation right now. Of, like, it's basically just turned into, like, this cement-ish foundation. And the Fighters Guild was nothing to sneeze at. It was, like, a good couple 100 feet. Like, it was one of the bigger buildings. The place that you can remember of, like, looking through remembering the floor sketch a bit is, like, the actual pit itself was a good, like, 50 feet across anyway. The central part, like, the sand pit wasn't that big, but that room was a 50-foot room.
Right.
And so the Fighters Guild as a whole wasn't anything to scoff at. And it puts even in more perspective of how easily that thing demolished it.
You say that thing as if we, like, don't know what it is.
Well, maybe you don't. Who knows? Maybe I've been lying to you this entire time. What do you think about that?
Listen, maybe it's not wood. I don't, at this point, who really knows?
Maybe it's not wood. Maybe it's not even the Fighters Guild.
God, you know what? I don't think any of this is real.
Yeah, maybe you're still in the Feywild.
You know what? I bet we are. I put my money on it. But I would like to... Is there anyone around? Are people still clearing rubble?
No one's clearing rubble. It seems like this is something that has been able to be done. And this is something that might have been done during this last week that you were all gone.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah.
Okay. Then I will find... Actually, no. Go sand pit. Sand pit. And I want to kneel down and just say a little prayer.
Okay.
Nothing too special. Just basically like, hey, I know that I kind of like invaded your temple and they was like kind of dedicated to you, and I apologize, but it was with good intention. More or less, along those lines.
All right.
And then I think for the next what time of day is it?
It's been a couple hours past, so it's probably just getting into noon.
Oh man, okay. Then I'm gonna spend like 3 or 4 hours just kind of doing my part, and I'll clear some rubble.
All right.
If I can. I'm strong.
There's not much left, but it's more of you completing the tidied image of it being completely cleared and ready.
Yeah, just kind of pick up what I can at this point.
All right.
And yeah, that's me. Yep.
All right. And for Rem and Nime heading to the Spectral Allies. You guys go up to the familiar green-toned building on the edge of the market square. You can see it's the walkway leading up to it, the doors are currently opening, and you can even see the small little charms that's used to ring like a standard shop. The bell is just slowly moving, as it seems they've just opened the door to let the breeze come in a bit.
I'm going in.
All right.
Follow behind. And while I do so, I'm going to ask Rem if he knows. Well, I guess he probably wouldn't, so retracting that statement.
Yes, I might.
Do you know if they sell cloak patches?
They might. If it's magical in nature, this is the only place you can go.
Okay.
All right. As you two kind of head in here, the kind of general faint aroma kind of hits you of just general incense that has been burning to help clean it out. And you can see Zivin first, the younger wood elf boy, he's got like his sleeves rolled up and is like kind of clearing off some things as he's looking up. Oh, welcome. Is there anything I could do for you?
Lady of the house should be here soon.
Really? Oh,
Soon.
I thought, okay. Give it a second. And, it's a general thing, as if you two want to, you can wait here for however long you deem fit. As you can see Ziv just kind of going through, just kind of dusting things down, wiping things out, and it seems he's just trying to liven up the shop a bit.
I'll ask him while he's flittering about. Do you sell cloak patches here?
What nature of cloak patches? I assume arcane.
I'm gonna look towards Nime with just his dumbest look.
They're cloak patches that you can put on this cloak, and I'm going to take my cloak out and show it to him.
Ah, yes. Actually, you're the second person we've had to supply with that, so glad we're not just waiting on him. Something you can order, but there are a few patches, I believe. Bears me. He kind of throws this rag over his shoulder and like leans underneath the counter, and just you hear this rummaging sound. We'll see if there's anything that she's made for him that you can steal. Oh, and as you see, he puts up like a square patch, this triangular patch, and then this hexagon as he slides them each forward. Oh, we've got some in stock.
What do I see on the patches?
As you kind of look, I can't reliably say I know if you have this one or not, but one of them, the square one, you can see along it this wooden ladder that's kind of like stretched across it. In another one, you can see a kind of pulled out, kind of metallic reinforced wooden battering ram. And then in the middle one, the triangular one, you can see this unfurling scroll.
Well, I have the ladder, and I don't have either of the other two.
Why not buy them all?
Huh?
Why not buy them all?
How much are each of the patches?
Oh, they all vary. Some things are a little bit cheaper. Some things are a little bit more expensive. So generally how this will be loaned, because I assume you wouldn't ask me how much it is if you had purchased patches before. So generally it adds on a little bit to the base thing if you would have just bought the physical thing, because it's in a patch. But it's rather inconsequential for bears to set them into the patches.
Okay.
So the latter would cost you just simply a gold piece. Not that difficult. The portable ram would cost you 10 gold pieces, getting a little bit more expensive. And then the scroll, I actually don't know what spell she put in there. Give me a second. And you see him kind of look and then
Okay.
reach into a small pouch, pull out a pearl, and tap it. I believe Bear sets these ones at 350 gold pieces.
I will take them all.
Ah. Well, I will tell her that we'll need to make more before Lixin gets in here. But no problems.
And you said that'll be 361 in total?
Wow, you're quick at math. Yes.
2 + 2 - 1, that's 3.
So.
Okay, I'll hand him over all the gold pieces.
All right. So you can add another 20-foot long wooden ladder patch, a portable ram patch, and the last one is a scroll of Featherfall patch.
Soon I could have used that.
What do you... Okay, I'm a little confused. What is a portable ram?
So
Like a ram that you bust down doors with.
yeah, you know those like police videos where someone's just like, open up. Those things?
Yes.
It's a wooden board of that. Rules as written, because I can tell you what that does. Using a portable ram, it is made to break down doors. When you attempt to break down a door, you gain a +4 bonus on the strength check to do so. Or, additionally, not or, this is an and, another character can use the ram with you, giving advantage on this strength check.
Alright, I'm gonna be using some persuasion for this one day.
Gentle persuasion.
Gentle persuasion. Knock, knock.
Okay. Well, I mean, having to persuade Gil into helping me use this.
It's the clergy. Open up.
You know what that happens?
Perfect. I'll go ahead and put that down. Thank you.
Just glad I could be some help. And if there's anything else, just let me know.
Amulets of what the fuck did he call it? Amulets of protection from, detection and scrying and shit like that.
That is Lady Barris's specialty. I'll wait for her for that one. Sorry.
She must be taking her time. Oh,
That's
I'll
fine.
wait here.
It's only about 10-15 minutes, as probably about when it hits noon is when you see strolling through the front door is actually the tall elven woman, pulled up in a shorter dress, only going a bit past her calves, but just kind of pulled together and looking a little bit less formal than she normally does, strangely enough. And pleasure to see both of you.
How was your vacation?
Oh, it was lovely. Strangely enough, I only got to do half of it. But I'm alright. I got the cold part of my vacation out of the way. I was dreading such a high temperature shift.
Yeah, we kind of just changed courses because he somehow picked up ale. Do I know that it's a legendary item?
He was like, he seemed very attached on it. You just know it's a very good one right now because he didn't explicitly say it.
You telling me Bear's out here showing her ankles?
Yes.
Damn. Yeah.
Why did that just hit you?
Because Alpha said, you telling me Bears looks scandalous? And the first thing I'm like, damn, she out here showing ankle? First things first, gifts. I picked this up in a Feywild. It's just a stick. And I'll give her that walking stick from the Feywild.
Curious. Thank you.
They can't all be bangers.
Takes it and places it on the count. Oh, but it's the thought that counts so many times. Thank you. So I assume you're not just here to say hi to me. What can I do for you all?
Yeah, my cart's gone.
That's a shame. I remember you have a good spark of joy about that.
And now I have an ever-burning torch of rage within me about it now.
Fair enough.
But I need to commission a new one, and this one's not going to be a cart. And you might even have a hand in its creation, depending on what Tofan's got going on. I'll run it through the plan of what I want made and see how she feels about it as I'm explaining it.
It's a thing of, like, first there's the step of the carriage. And she's, like, nodding. She's like, okay. Then it's, like, other, like, still mechanical things, such as the cannon and having hammocks. And she's like, okay. But you see her brow for a little bit. And then it's, like, the arcane. And you see her go, oh, I understand where you're going with this. I do see. This will be a project.
A labor of love.
Labor of love that will take forever.
Shouldn't take more than 6 months.
We'll see. Depends on how effective everything is. But I admire your tenacity.
But I'm here and why I called you back. That's going to cost a lot of money, so I am here with this. And I'm going to put the ring on the counter.
You're really selling it after all of this?
He picked up something that he liked better. I see little use in it personally. And, you know, I'll use the funds to make my own legendary item.
If you're sure it's yours to sell. All right.
I'm going to look towards, Nime and Ghost Zex.
Well, Zex is there, and he's just, sell it. All right, dears. This is going to be the same dilemma with the scroll.
Piece by piece,
I hope you know.
Piece by piece.
You just want as large payments as possible sent to your place? Because I know you have an address now, dear.
I do have an address now, and yes.
I can send parcels there. Don't expect everything all at once, but you shall have something nice on your doorstep this afternoon.
And once again, I'm sorry for rushing you back. I know you were forcibly enjoying the vacation.
Every cloud has its silver side. I don't make a habit of leaving, but it was nice. I will admit that. Someone has to stay and watch over this growing young shopkeeper.
Growing? Yeah. All right. Here, we'll see how much he's growing. I'm gonna slide the ring towards him and tell him I'm selling this. How much are you giving me?
Kind of looks. It's like, don't try to remember what I priced it at, dear. Make an appraisal for yourself. You just kind of And you watch as he actually just kind of one hand just kind of caressing his upper lip. He snaps his fingers and a book appears in his hands and he all right. Well, pulls out the pearl, lays the book on the table, taps it. Uh-huh. And he's gonna... Let's see what he can appraise. Oof. I'd give you... 120... And Bear's... Alright, still need some work.
I'll take that, though.
That's not what I remember offering you, dear.
I know. You cut the boy some slack. It's not often you see things like this.
He's doing fine, and it is the first time something like this has graced my shop, so...
Granted, what are you gonna get for it? Would you make a loss at 120?
Would I make a loss at 120? It depends on who I could find for it, dear.
Yeah.
I would... Probably for this one, it would go to... one of the... Maybe one of the tribes out in... Trossil or something. Maybe... Nah, Dakra. That's where I could throw something, but... Generally, I'd have to get a runner for it.
We're going there.
You're going to another nation.
We're going to Dakara, the city, right?
Dakaria.
Dakaria?
There's a nation named Dakra.
Why are we naming cities after other nations?
Oh,
Why?
It's a little history lesson, dear. Dakra is seemingly the southern side of it, has a influx of dragonborns, and it's Dakaria named after it, dear. Yes, I wish they chose a better name, but you win some, you lose some.
We are not going there. We go to Usapate sometimes, though, so...
I stay away from Usapate.
I'll ask for that personal history another time.
I'm sure you'll try to.
You know I'm nosy, if nothing else.
Well, it's not a bother, currently anyway, so don't worry too much, dear.
I'll let you know. Maybe I could sell it to you, or I could sell it to him directly, because I think he's going to be interested in it. I've taken up a hobby, and I'm in the business of producing a little bit of arcane ink every now and again.
Ah. Well, I'd be willing to, of course, obtain some of that. I have plenty of people that come through, whether for the royal family or for the Mages Guild. Even people like Jaylene that stay behind their desk need ink every once in a while.
I'll let you know what I do. I gotta get supplies for it.
No issue, dear. Is there anything else we can help you with?
The amulets of protection against detection and scrying.
Ah, I see. Lovely little trinkets. I should be able to replicate one of them fairly quickly. You trying to get just one for your group, or everyone's trying to get in on it?
I think he wants all of us to be on it.
Well, just to make you all aware, it does require some of your focus. It does take away from your focus, but it is a very handy tool.
It's an attunement thing?
It is attunement.
I'm not using that shit. Fuck that, no. I ain't got the slots.
Just to warn you. But it will take a little bit of time. However, just keep me informed and I'll start scrounging around for what I can do.
Well, I know he wants one, so we know we at least need one.
All right. No issue there, dear.
Oh. I gotta go pick up things.
Well,
I gotta go commission this carriage. They gotta make the damn thing.
right. Something that large would, not be something you can buy stock. Now would you?
Nope. So, just so that I know what money I'm dealing with, what's the down payment on this ring?
Oh, I could probably send you 20,000 by this afternoon. If you just need some pocket money, I can start throwing something out of my purse, but that seems a little unprofessional.
Oh, but you know me, I'm no professional. I might need a little bit of pocket money.
All right, dear.
Let's start with 2 now, if you can.
2,000.
Yeah.
We'll see what I have. And she kind of pulls out of her side, and you can see it's not on her dress, but almost like it's illusioned. It comes out, like pulls out of the fabric of her dress. And she reaches in. 1, 2, 3. Don't carry that much money on me, but I do like to keep it succinct. And she places and pulls out on the counter 50 platinum. If you're willing to take that bit right now.
It's fine.
Zivin, go put that in the back room, please, dear. Oh, of course. Excuse me. Takes the ring and sequesters to the back room. Take care, dear.
Well, I should be off. Enjoy your walking stick despite not liking walking.
I don't get out much. Well, when I do, I'm sure people at least would pretend to tell me I'm fun. Have a good rest of your day, dear.
See you before we leave for peace.
Well, yes. As Nime and Rem, you leave, is there anything else anyone would like to do?
The cart thing, and the toe fan thing, and the alchemy thing, and the...
Once, if I get to a point where I can't really do much anymore at the Fighters Guild, I want to go to our abode.
Okay. We'll have you heading up there. We will basically speed run of costs, because unless if you want to go through Gideon and see how it all goes. But are you just getting the cart started for today?
Yeah, I want to get the carriage. No more carts.
No more cart.
No more cart.
A closed top.
Closed top, balcony, hammock, cannon, fuckery, skullduggery.
Yeah,
you know what it's like.
It's just a thing of for reference. This will I will include in the intro of next session, just so you and I can detailed hash it all out. But for a rundown, you are going to commission a carriage so that it is closed top, make it reinforced so it can hold not just people, but I believe 1 Ardament on the top, and leave it wide enough that 5 people can sleep on hammocks.
I want it to fit 10 people.
Okay.
I'm making a tour bus, man.
I can tell.
I'm getting into it.
All right.
I want this thing to be like fucking 10 by 30.
Jesus. Okay. So we will, for the sake of brevity, figure that shit out together at a later time before next week's stream, and that will be identified in cost, and general things will be put aside for it. But in the sake of brevity of going through something that I know you're going to put detail into, we will have it recapped next time, if that's all right.
That's perfectly fine, because we have to make sure that we understand what page we're on.
Absolutely.
And then the other things, I just have to get herbalism and then, alchemy shit, and I want to do some work while we're fucking around, but
Okay.
we can do that all post-stream. You guys,
How
where
much?
do you get that ink?
How
Oh,
much?
I made it.
How much gold pieces of herbalism? How much gold pieces of alchemy?
As much as they'll let me buy.
The maximum. We'll find out. Up to 300 right now of herbalism kits and 300 of alchemy kit.
Let's do it.
Okay. If you have that money right now.
You know I do. Mommy Bears paid me out.
I mean, she only gave you 500. You still need more.
I have enough on my own, but Mommy
Okay.
Bears paid me out.
And with that, are the Zex has already kind of made his way back towards the abode. Are the other three of you, besides Gilgamesh, going to head back and see your guys' house?
I gotta talk to Tofan, but we'll do that next session. And then, I'll go back to the house and start working.
All right. So, if there's no objections, Nime Suna. Yeah.
I'll just go back to the keep, I guess.
All right. So,
Did we?
Nothing from me.
okay. You need
Did
clarification.
we
Suna?
ask? Did we ask the royal family for a tower?
Yes, you did.
We did.
Yes.
I want to know how that's going.
You can see the tower is about 1/3 of the way built as you approach it.
They're actually building the fucking
Fuck
tower!
yeah! Fuck yeah!
They weren't fucking around, guys.
I should have asked for the meth lab. This sucks.
But as all of you kind of go past, Gil, you had arrived there a little bit early, but realized that Zex and Rem were the ones with keys. All of you have the keys passed out now, so now all but I believe Nime have a key. And as you step in, you can see the room itself, still cozy and inviting because it is not a winter month as you are currently, I believe, in spring. You can open the doors and see a, basic furnish of the entry room and living room as a whole. As you can see, general shelves that are bare and ready to be stocked with new things. The fireplace that has wood set aside in a newly purchased firewood bin. Pokers that have been positioned along the walls. And off into the next room, into a kitchen that has been furnished with silverware, basic non-perishable foods like grains and rice that have been pulled up onto shelves to make sure that they don't have moisture seep into them. Different water kegs. And as you go on that, there's the dual splitting staircases near the southern side of the building that go one side upstairs and then along the right side curves downstairs. As one would go downstairs, they are immediately met with a stone-based floor that is currently filled to the brim with large forgery items, including a general kiln, as well as a forge with the stoker, a basin for quenching, and you can see small bits of barrels laid out that you would see where heavier materialed water and oil and different implements would be hung, but those have not currently come in. And then there are material bins for scrap iron and copper and other things that have a few pieces of sheet in them, but besides those small bits of iron sheets are currently bare.
I'm dumping those weapons I picked up from those guys here.
The
The 4 long swords and the dagger. I'll keep the longbows for now.
Okay.
And they're just standard long swords. There's nothing special.
Yeah, they're just standard.
While other people are looking around and such, can I look at these weapons that Rem just dropped off and like make sure they're in like working condition, that if I wanted to sell them to people, I could?
You have the fun thing of you now have to keep inventory of this entire area.
Yep.
Yeah.
So make a tab somewhere for forge inventory. And right now we're just gonna start off easy with 4 long swords.
Hold on.
As well as 1 dagger.
I'm already stressed. Hold on.
Bro, I gotta keep track of monster parts, alchemy supplies, herbalism supplies, plants.
Okay, so we have 4 longswords.
Mm-hmm. There are...
And
with the kit, I will allow you to go with this. The longswords and dagger do have heavy wear on them. You might want to spruce them up before you sell them.
Okay, while other people are doing stuff, I want to start to do that and see how much I can get done.
So you'd be able to do 1 longsword in a day, or 1 dagger in a day.
In a day?
I believe so. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's a day.
How fucking wear and tear are these things?
About 800 years of it.
800
God, I
years
guess
of wear
so.
and tear. I have to check if it's that, or if it's either, it's a thing is like the difference in my mind right now. It's either a couple of hours or it's a day, but if my mind serves me correctly, it might be a day to make a longsword from scratch for you.
No, that sounds a lot. Like, because it's already made. I just need to, like, fix, like, chips and bends. And then it's like, oh,
yes.
you know.
I think it might be a couple
boom.
of hours, but I'll double check for you afterwards. But
it would make sense to, like, take a whole day to make one. But
don't worry too much.
However it goes.
And then as Gil stays down there, the other ones of you head upstairs. Nime, Rem, and Suna. Zex has already gone up into the room that he had claimed before. As you can see, as his door is kind of open, you can see a pile of items in the room that he had. And he just, I was cleaning out the bag. We'll sort through this.
Do I even have a room here?
You pay rent. Pick one. Just pick one.
What are my choices? I'll pick last.
Yeah. So through here, there's the room directly up the stairs, which Zex has claimed. But throughout all of these, there are like 5 rooms on the far side. So on the northern side of this, and then so 5 rooms on the northern side and 4 rooms on the southern side because of the staircase taking up 1 room. And Zex has taken up the first one in that row of 4. And as you all kind of look in, each of these rooms has been made into a bare bones kind of bedroom. And you can see a single bed, a kind of working desk, and you can see parchment and quill on that desk, as well as a small bookshelf that kind of lines the room on each of these. So you are welcome to choose which specific room you take.
Do we have like an attic type area?
There is not a basic attic. The roof actually kind of goes up, and you can see rafters that actually kind of go across.
I'll take the one at the end of the hallway opposite of Zex. I want a nice sized room. I have a lot of things to do here.
So you take the northern, the most northwestern room. Gotcha.
I'm taking both rooms. So like, is it like they're across from each other. It's all along one wall.
So
along one wall.
there are 5 rooms along one wall, and then the 4 rooms on the southern side along one wall.
So I'll take the one, that's mine, and then I want the one across from that too.
Okay.
I'm taking 2.
So both the north
I'll
and
take
southern sides.
the one directly next to Rem unless someone else wants it.
I don't care.
All right. As each of you are able to find the rooms, and the thing is, on the staircase going up, you can see still boarded up, but you can see where the wall is basically being kind of built into the entrance towards this more stone bricked tower that is being added, as the tower is not finished.
Can I take the room closest to the tower?
You could that would be the immediate north room. So, yep, absolutely.
Sick.
So that will. So with Rem taking 2, Nime taking 1, Zex taking 1, Suna taking 1, and I assume Gil at some point will take 1. There will be 3 other rooms left for you guys to decide what to do with.
Gil's like, I sleep
Gil
downstairs.
Gil will just sleep in the forge. He's fine.
I sleep down here now.
Man cave.
That's what it would be.
No,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Once we're in, I'm gonna lay down my shit. And I'm gonna start cooking.
All right. Just general things. If there is, the day is free. More of the evening is free to all of you, and you are welcome to do what you wish.
I'm cooking.
All right.
Was Barris back?
Barris was back, and welcome back, Zex.
Thank you.
Sorry for that internet
I-
crash.
I told her about the amulets.
Did she have it?
She's gonna make them, but she asked how many we need, and then she said they were attunement based. So I said, "Fuck that noise," and told her 1.
Wait
for
a
now.
minute. No, they're not attunement. I checked this.
I'm pretty damn sure they are.
I checked this.
Amulet of protection.
Proof against
detection requires attunement. I know my shit.
I looked at this.
I have the book. I have the book in the database on my side. Don't question me.
Oh yeah, that's attunement. That's hella attunement.
It's hella attunement, boys. But yes. And with the rest of that, Rem, you begin experimenting. I assume you're turning the southern room into a bit of a alchemy thing.
Alchemy, herbalism bullshit.
Mm-hmm. You just kind of pull the quills and parchment off the desk and begin just kind of setting stuff up. You all kind of begin to relax, put down your gear, and for now, you all feel a little bit better about what tomorrow will bring, as you are a little bit more comfortable now in the present. And that's where we're going to end the episode for tonight. With you all back in Greywall, we will see what the next day brings. And we will make sure that the more specific things with Rem get dealt with. Because Rem wants stuff very, very specific, and I knew that it would take a long time.
I'm cooking, man.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get battle map in the house?
Stir fry.
We will make
Never.
that together.
Can I?
Yeah.
Ooh.
As of right now, it's very basic and plain and barely furnished. But I'm sure all of you are able to add your own little spice in.
Where do we buy furniture?
RC Willie.
And
We make the furniture.
Yeah, that's another question. Can we chop down trees and make
Oh.
furniture.
You right here. Look at I just chopped down 2 trees like earlier this session. I'll do it again.
If you just ask, if you ask Rem to ask the royal family nicely, I'm sure you get some free furniture out of them.
Look, you saw what my interaction
Or
with
you
the
can
royal family.
schmooze your way into the princesses.
Yeah, no, I feel like
Princess, you're so pretty. Can I have your couch?
I feel like the royal family probably isn't too happy with
Alright,
us because
that's
like,
fair,
oh, you're back from daycare, and we're like,
No. We're back from dead ass fucking religion. Look, we weren't gonna come back, but my cart is gone. Okay, like
I'm like, I guess they're probably okay because like we gave them some useful information, but like, that's not what we were sent out to do.
okay, fucking, we're contract workers, man.
They just right now, they're probably just not happy with us just right now. Later,
No.
they'll be fine.
You guys
Getting
are-
paid by the hour out
Look,
here.
Jake,
Look.
Is there a kitchen in this house?
There
Yes.
is. It was on the first
Can
floor.
I learn how to cook?
You absolutely.
actually a feat.
That's a feat or a tool proficiency that you could do.
Well, I think with the feat you do gain the tool proficiency.
I figured, but yeah, there's a tool
I'm
proficiency you
actually
can do,
looking at it right
and you
now.
can also just like do your best.
Can I just trial and error it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Perfect.
But right now there's a lot of basic dried meats and rice and like stuff like that. So
Soup.
nothing immediately perishable. Something that could last weeks at least.
Now we get to hire a maid, and I'm going to be.
Money.
Can I be?
I have
paid
enough
to
money.
Pay my rent.
You're putting it all into something else, I thought.
I'm not. We're not. This carriage is not going to take a 90K to make, is it?
It feels
Depending
like
on what
it
I
would take
pick,
90
Without enchantments, no way in hell. With enchantments, we'll find out.
As it stands with
Oh,
just
yeah.
the animation enchantment.
This
Shit's expensive, man.
This is a conversation for after the stream. But no, you guys get to spend a little bit of time with your keep. It's actually furnished, so you guys get a little bit of general time. And Nime now remembers everything that happened in the Feywild, so...
You owe me 100 gold for that. That shit's expensive.
You owe me the 10 seconds that it took to crush those diamonds too.
So
You owe me the 100 I used on you.
so Nime didn't have to have that weird ass conversation with O'Brien that was probably about to happen.
Thank
I'm
God.
sorry I offered a particular favor when you saved my life, but at the same time, do you?
I don't. I have no idea how that conversation would have went down from Nime.
So let's just say Nime's journal is a diary that should not be given to the average party member.
Oh, God, now I'm just,
I
like-
thought you were about to say O'Brien should never read the journal, which I'm probably sure that still applies. But
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna- I'm like-
should ever
To
read
just like-
violate her
journal.
privacy.
In big bold letters, O'Brien is really hot.
So, I have a question, JC.
I found myself a dragonborn.
What
before.
did I roll on the wild magic table?
you spawned an aberration, and it was scared of you.
Why was it
sure?
it just-
Yeah.
Why was it scared of me? Just cause?
Yeah, just cause.
If
Well,
you
then I killed it. So
I mean, it had every right to be.
I mean, it's
guess,
not
but
scared
what the
anymore.
fuck?
It's
Yeah,
not
no, it's
scared
not scared
'cause it's
anymore.
dead.
it doesn't
So, it
feel
was a-
anything.
It was a flump, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, what?
I
Flump
don't.
is just
I didn't. I'll be truly honest with you. I didn't know this until like 5 minutes ago, when I was just kind of scrolling through the monster manual, just like
And you saw it,
pressing. I was just kind of pressing through. I was like, wait, what the fuck is that? Let me go back.
and it looks like a tanned football with the purple tentacles.
just
Hold
a
on, can we
dude.
get-
Two eyes.
Let's hold on.
On the end of a
get this in
tentacle.
let's get this in the D&D chat. I wanna see.
Alright,
I
that's
wanna.
like-
I just wanna
Just a dude.
see.
It's just a
Let me
dude.
know, man.
It's
see what I
just
can
a,
do.
he's just a boy.
I just want to see the dude. I want to see the dude.
He was a boy.
Let's see if Roll20 has it. No, for some reason when you type in flump through Roll20, you get a Beyblade.
Close enough.
I like that one better. Fucking imagine that you
Alpha.
coming in scared, let it
No.
rip.
God, that'd be terrifying.
Amoeba.
Okay, let's see this.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's just a homie.
Oh,
He's
alright.
just a homie.
why is that a mouth or is that something else?
It's a mouth.
It's a mouth.
Okay.
Alright. Well, with all of this done, and a bit of deep pressure out of the way, I'm gonna thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Papihos session 58 with these guys, going through my wild world. I appreciate all 5 of you guys for being here. Suzanne, James, Helminia, Alpha, and Jazz. You guys are amazing, and I feel so honored to be able to share my stories with you guys every single week, and to be able to share with you guys. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure that if you're not following, to follow, and we will see you all as the group continues their miniature downtime in Greywall next week. Take care, guys. On next time on Papihos session 59. A real fucking cart. Rem turns into Walter White right before the party's eyes.
Turn into a what?
And thank you everybody so
Okay.
much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night or morning if you're watching this in the morning. Have a good time, guys, and take care.